Yeah, yeah. Now the show is about to start. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, now the show is about to start. It's about to start. Oh yeah, ladies. Now the show is about to start. Yeah.
Come on and join the VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know. Come on and join the VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know.
VLenore,
VLenore.
yeah. Giving you celebrity gossip, what's going on in the news. She'll talk about beauty, interview your favorite celebs too.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Come on and join the VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know. Come on and join the VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know.
VLenore,
VLenore.
oh. Na, na, na. Yeah. Now the show is about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Now the show is about to start. It's about to start. Oh yeah, ladies. Yeah. Come on and join the VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know. The VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know. VLenore, VLenore. Yeah.
Giving you celebrity gossip, what's going on in the news. She'll talk about beauty, interview your favorite celebs too. Get ready,
Get ready,
get ready,
get ready,
get ready.
Come on and join the VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know. The VLenore show. That's the girl you need to know. VLenore,
What you say? Let's play. You work all week long, letting your hair down and I can't be wrong. I got a game we can play. Close the doors cause you're gonna wanna stay. Hey. When I play, I win. You know deep within it's not a sin for you to give in. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Tell me what you wanna see. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Come on boy and play with me. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Tell me what you wanna see. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Come on boy and play with me. I'ma give you what you need. Let me plant the seed, all I want is you. So call it greed. If you're hungry, I'm willing to feed. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Tell me what you wanna see. Let's play, let's play, let's play. Don't be afraid. This was the best game you've ever played. Put your emotions to the side. Don't overthink it, just enjoy the ride. When I play, I win. You know deep within it's not a sin for you to give in. Let's play, let's play, let's play.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's Taco Tuesday. Yes, yes, it is Taco Tuesday. I did eat a taco today, just so you know. I'm in the theme of things, okay? Now, look, we have a special guest here on today, okay? Now, look, I was trying to do this weekend, but you know, Sonya's schedule is so tight. Okay. Sonya is here. She is there. She is everywhere. But tonight, she over here. Okay. So I'm not going to even hold y'all much longer. Let's just bring to the stage the one, the only, Sonya Durham Waller. Hi, Sonya. Hold on. Let me yeah, there we
Can
go.
you hear me? Like, can you
Yep.
hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Can hear you just fine. Can hear you just fine. How are
Oh,
you?
I'm wonderful.
You're wonderful.
I'm wonderful.
Okay. You don't have to check on you because we friends now, girl. We friends. Okay.
Mm.
Have
Hey,
you
Carol.
just so we're clear, I'm just curious. Have you talked to Sylvia?
No, not since that day.
Really?
No, I told her I'm out.
So you done.
Done, done.
She hadn't tried to reach out to you? Or you wouldn't know because you
No,
blocked her.
me no. She's blocked, but yeah, no. I mean, no.
So just so you know, I did hear, however, that she made comments after the fact saying how, you know, she still considers you a friend and that she, you know, really cares about you and thinks you're a good person.
That's separate from our issue because our issue was about his case. That's all.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me and her.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
about, just the deal we had, and then, for her to say that out loud was the problem. So I just told her, just I just want everything to be on the table and hear everything, see both sides, let it go play out in court, and then make your judgment at that point. And that was the agreement.
Okay. Well, but let's be well, and we can talk about this later on because we are gonna. I did have three separate little categories that I wanted to chat with you about. One was about your favorite president.
Mhm.
Two was about the recent trial with Stefon Diggs and his
Mhm.
chef. And then, of course, you know, just some Nesto little pieces, you know, just asking you about. But I'll ask you now. Where Sylvia, well, not ask, but this was my thought around you and Sylvia's relationship. So to me, and I'll just be honest, Sonya, I don't feel like you wanted to be working with people who were neutral. You wanted people who were either, well, let me say this. You either wanted people who were going to be completely neutral or completely on Nesto's side.
No, in all
And
fairness, I can't put that on somebody because, again, like I said, everything wasn't out. So you can't ask somebody to just be on Nesto's side. I didn't want that out of her because she doesn't know him. So she can't feel that way about somebody she doesn't know. She doesn't know him like that to say, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know him. She doesn't. So and then she doesn't have a vested interest outside of her show. You get me? So it wasn't like she had personal concern to say, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not green to any of that. I just said just be fair. That's all I said. Like I tell you, just be fair. I don't as treat it as if that was you. How would you want that if that was your life? How would you want somebody to treat you if you were being accused? And no matter how bad it looked, you know, just you want wait till everything come out and then make your judgment then. But when you sit there and prejudge, that was my problem. And then she spoke to somebody else who also told her that that person was lying, and they were giving her some insight on that person's behavior and issues, you know and this was somebody that is involved, related. But and knows, but at the same time hadn't been talking to nobody to say, "Oh, I was put up to do this." You get me? So, and she knew that. So, I just said she should not have said it out loud. If she called me and personally said it, that would have been one thing. But she said it on live, and I told her, I said, what you're doing is damaging his case along with everybody else. And I asked you just to be neutral,
So
and
let
wait
me.
till and once court happens and everything comes out and his team does whatever they need to do and you know what I'm saying, then and everybody got a clear picture of everything, then okay, if he did it or guilty or whatever, that's fine. I respect that. I never said, oh no, it's a hard da 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 da. And everything comes out, and if it still, you know what I'm saying, looks a certain way and they come out with some stuff that I haven't seen or I'm unaware of, you know what I'm saying, and it's da 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 da, then that's what it is.
But so in your mind, no one can have an opinion of guilt or innocence until trial happens. That's what you're saying?
I mean, wouldn't that be fair? Why wouldn't it be? Because everything's not out. So if someone told me something about you and it's one sided, would it be fair for me to believe that? And I haven't spoke to you about it?
But it's fair. But you
No,
feel
I'm just
it's fair.
saying. Is that fair? If someone said VLenore is a this, that, and the other, and da 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 da, da, and am I supposed to believe that, or should I call V and be like V? Scott called and said you're this, that, and that, and the other, and then, but don't you say nothing. I'm gonna just go with what he said. Is that fair?
I don't think that
No,
that is fair, but we're
it's
not
not
just talking
fair.
about people who are just saying
No, it should
saying that
be,
this happened. There is some evidence. There are witnesses. There are some things
again,
that
it's all one sided so far. You got 4 years of the prosecutor doing all the speaking with no defense saying anything yet. So
but
of
you
course,
believe him.
pardon me.
You believe him? No. But you believe him.
I believe
That's one-sided.
I believe what I see so far. That's what I believe.
So do we.
If I saw something different, then I would believe I believe what I see. And I saw
But
some
we
things that I've seen some things y'all don't know nothing about. It's just what it is. So it's not out yet. Again, we ain't in court.
right,
So
but we
it's a
believe the things we've seen. We believe the things that we know. We know, so like just basic thing, and I promise we're gonna leave off this
well you
and then
went
come back
well
to it.
you well the thing of it is all y'all go after is negative dirt. Y'all never went out and just
This is
sought
not
out.
positive. This is not
No,
positive.
no, no. You've never went out to say, okay, well, let's do something that's like, looking at the whole thing instead of just
But
going after people
okay,
that got dirt on him.
but
You
wait,
get
wait, wait.
me?
So who are the people that have something positive to say? Because we ain't met them yet,
Because you
and
ain't
and they
looking for
don't
them
even.
yet.
Yeah, but you haven't found them either. They don't
I talk.
exist.
They do. They
Where
exactly
where
do.
are they?
Listen, hon. I'm on his DM on his Instagram, and he's got plenty of people that reach out to him.
Then
Plenty
where
of
they
people.
at? Where are they? Why aren't they putting money on to
What?
visit
Where
him?
they going? Okay, we're not in court yet. First of all, and that's where you have your witnesses that come and speak for it.
No, wait, wait,
Where
wait.
else
But
would
they're
they
not
speak?
witnesses. They're not
Character
witnesses.
witnesses and witnesses. They would speak in court like
Character
most normal
witnesses
things
only
happen. You. It's
character.
a
Wait, wait,
court
wait, wait,
case.
wait, 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 wait. I know you don't work 82 years in law, but you do understand character witnesses don't even come into play until it's time for sentencing. So there, these people that have this positive shit to say about him, I'm just asking. In the meantime, where are they? Why aren't they coming to visit him? Why aren't they putting money on his books? How come he ain't calling and talking on the phone to them? Because there's nobody else around but you. Not even
No.
his kids are around.
So
You know
so
what I mean?
no, 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 no. That's not true at all. He talks to his daughter. All
When does he talk to his
and it's
daughter?
and it's on the phone calls. He does. He talks to his oldest daughter
We
on a
have
regular.
never heard
You
him but
really? You never?
twice. I'm about to
Not,
tell you. With you three on three-way,
yeah.
he has talked to her and it's very brief.
Of course, it's brief.
it's super brief. She don't say much of nothing.
Right,
And
because she knows
if you ask
listen,
me,
because she's been prepped before he gets on that these calls go viral. They're on YouTube, say very little. She's been told that. So
yeah, but that's
she knows just to listen, say very little, and then we're gonna
so
hang up.
Dion doesn't know that.
Dion knows what he knows from going because Dion came in on the situation like I came in on the situation. We were just having comfortable conversations. YouTube got a hold of it, and then it went awry. And then they started picking him apart, talking about him, how he talks, and da 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 da. And that, you know what I'm saying,
But he
became
still continued to talk to his father.
no,
He
no, no.
still,
All of
even
those,
when he got
no.
upset, wait. Even
A
when he
lot of
gets
those
upset,
calls were
wait,
before,
Sonya, wait now, wait.
before.
Even when he talks to him and he's upset with him, even when he's trying to school his dad on stuff that he needs to do differently on the phone or whatever, he still talks to him. He still talks to him.
Everybody is different.
Yes, they
So
are.
you
And
can't put everything on one line and say everybody should act this way.
why
Everybody,
doesn't the daughter
everybody
send
is
him
different.
money? Why don't she
Some
send him
people
money?
don't.
Why
Who?
don't his daughter? Why don't she put money on his books? Why
Well, what
doesn't
if she's not in a position to do so? He's
she
never
can
asked
now she can come and visit other people in the jailhouse. Why can't she see her daddy?
because the prosecutor told her she wasn't allowed.
Why
They said
wasn't she
she was.
allowed? Is she on
Yeah,
the
they
witness list?
listen. This is what she told Sylvia. They told me I'm not allowed to talk to my father. They
But
said I can't, and she's not.
this
She's not a part of anything.
are we
She's
talking
not a
about
part.
Liberte?
I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Liberte.
I'm talking
Well,
about. I'm talking
Liberte should
about
be
the
able to
youngest.
talk to. If that was the case, then why
Hey,
would she?
that's what
Wait.
she told Sylvia
Sonya, wait. If that were the case, why would she pick up the phone and talk at all, even if it's brief?
I
If
can't
it's
answer that. I can't answer. Only thing I
because
know
it
is
doesn't make
well,
sense.
that's what came out of her mouth. You can't debate me something that ain't got nothing to do with me. This is what came out of her mouth. She said the prosecutor told her she is not allowed to talk to her father, have any communication with her dad. But
Well,
tell
then,
my dad I love him and I miss him. This is out of her mouth, okay?
but
So
she does go down there and she sees
she
someone else
sees
in jail,
somebody
right?
else, right? But she was told that she cannot go near her father. And the
Okay.
biggest question was, you're not a part of the case. Why would they say that to you? She says she does not know. But this is
Unless
what they
she is
told
a
her.
witness, there's another daughter that can't have.
She's
If
she
you
says
are
she's
on the
not a
witness,
part of nothing. That's what
if
she said.
if you are on the witness list, then of course you can't have contact with him. If you're a co-conspirator, of course you can't have contact with him.
Exactly. And if
So,
you're a victim, you can't have contact
and
with
if
him.
you are a victim, you can't have
Right.
contact with him.
So we know
But
all that.
but my thing is, she has picked up the phone. She has said something here or there to him. So what you're saying doesn't add up. That's my
That's
point.
okay. What I'm saying is what I know. I can't sit here and tell you or break that down. Only thing I say is everybody's different. Some people don't want, like in the beginning, everybody was talking, everything was cool. He was getting his conversations and he was getting visits from other people. But then YouTube came out and then
Mhm.
YouTube did a complete negative spin. And a lot of them didn't want no part of that because of either how they live their lives, what they got going on in their lives, just I don't want to be dragged, because that's all it was. It was just a drag fest.
But
So
Sonia,
so he said, in all coolness, fall back because you don't need this on you. This is my problem,
but
and
Sonia,
like most friends, we'll get back after this is over and done with, which is
Son,
fine and understandable.
Sonia,
He's
Sonia,
a man, not a child.
Sonia. Nobody has gone to see Nesto but you and the Daryl guy. Daryl came twice and he stayed no longer than 10 minutes each time. Nobody else has gone to see him.
Uh-huh.
And Daryl came down there because Nesto wanted him to.
Okay, yeah.
But you just said that he was getting other visitors, and I'm telling you he didn't. He didn't have no visitors. That's
He had
it.
okay, well then that's all that visit. I don't think his son ever came down, and I think what's the name came once. A friend, the other friend. And then
Daryl.
what's the name? No, no, not Daryl. And then what's the name went down there and put money on his books. The
Who?
Lamont. He went
Lamont
down there.
actually did go down there and put money on his books because I thought he was always
Mm,
supposed to be giving you money.
no, he gave me money once, but he went down there on one occasion and put money on his book.
I don't know if I believe that, Sonya. Do you
Yeah.
still
I
talk to
mean,
Lamont?
no one talks to Lamont.
I wonder why. Do you think he's the unindicted co-conspirator?
I have no clue. I have no clue. I have no clue. I only met him and heard about him after he got arrested. I don't know. I don't know none of these people before he got arrested. I've seen his son from a distance, but I never spoke or was introduced. So, like I said, everybody that I met, other than his daughter, one of his daughters I spoke with because she came down to Miami, and I was supposed to take her someplace. But that was the only person out of anybody that has anything to do with him. I didn't. It wasn't that type of situation, you know.
Who
So
you call? Who is it you call Nikki? Is that Dominique?
Nikki, when do I say Nikki?
You called her Nikki.
Who?
You called someone Nikki that he was putting you in touch with. This was before y'all. This was before you got locked up, and it was somebody that was.
Oh, Dominique. You're talking about Dominique? No, I was never ever supposed to talk to Dominique.
But you
So no,
called. You refer to her as Nikki.
no,
Was that
I don't refer to
Dominique?
Dominique as Nikki. No, no, I don't refer to her as Nikki. I refer to Dominique as Dominique. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying, to give her a nick. I just know her as Dominique.
There
So
was
no.
somebody that I guess you were supposed to have been. Nesto had asked you to help out. Was coming to Florida for something.
That was his daughter,
Which daughter?
the youngest.
Laverte?
That's who it was. His daughter, the youngest.
But
His
you called
youngest
her
daughter, because she was 19. She was 19 at the time, so it was the youngest. It was the youngest daughter.
the youngest. Is well, wait. Is Laverte the Laverte's not
Don't
the
ask
youngest?
me to break down on none of them. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I don't even know how they fall as far as who's. I know the oldest, and I don't even know her name formally. And then
You met the victim though. Maybe that's who you was calling.
no, no, I never met her. Where did y'all get your information from?
You? You
I
were talking
never
to him,
met her.
this is where I got it from.
Yeah,
You
no,
were
I never met her. Well, I had a conversation with him because I have a semi-famous niece, and he was trying to get her into the industry. That was his whole situation with her, and he wanted me to help and introduce her to my niece. But that was it. It was a one conversation, and nothing ever came of it. So that was the only time he ever spoke about the girl, and he never said her name. He just said the girl that I'm trying to help. You know, that her father, he talked about the father, and me and the father had a meeting, da 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 da, and then that's when he asked me to help, have my niece, and that was it. It was just a conversation, but no, I've never met her, spoke to her, anything, and he never said her real name, so I never
well,
knew her
you
name
said
till after he went to jail.
so I'll just tell you that it was a live that you did not live, I'm sorry, it was a visit that you guys had. It was a I want to say it was an in-person visit.
Hmm.
And Nikki, because you had her in the phone saved as Nikki. Look in your
And what
phone
was
right
that?
now.
No, no, no,
That's why I
I
believe
know some Nickies, but who was
that
Nikki
was
to him?
related to him. That you said that he put you in touch with or wanted to put y'all in touch with one another so you could help. So it sounds like, because I do recall it did
What
sound
was the
like you
whole
were.
conversation?
Well, I don't remember it specifically
Oh,
right now,
well,
but I
yeah.
remember specifically you
Well,
called the girl Nikki and you said that he had put you because you even picked up you were looking at your phone. Well, you
no,
can't. Can you
I
have your
can't touch
phone
my
in the jail?
phone. No, I can't touch. You can't bring a phone in. No,
It was something you
that's not.
said something about Nikki. You said
No,
Nikki.
there is
Okay.
no Nikki. Right, there is no Nikki that me and him know together. I know some Nikki's, but not around or through him. And me and him never, like I said, we never used names. Whenever he talk about somebody, it was always my son, my daughter, the girl I'm supposed to help. He never told me names. ever. So only time I got names was after he got arrested. The only person I ever spoke to was the oldest daughter and the youngest daughter. That's
Okay, the
it.
oldest daughter is Laverte then, I think.
That's who that is. Yes.
And the
That's
youngest
who it is.
daughter is Miles, the one who cannot see him.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Miles.
but Miles ain't the one that's going down to the jail, is it?
I don't know. I
So it
don't
must
know.
have been
He got
if
four. I think he got what, three or four daughters? Was it
okay,
four
but
daughters? I think it's four daughters. He got four daughters.
okay, but here's the thing though. So you said that the one that was well, let me ask you this. Who bumped into her at the jailhouse? You or Sylvia?
Sylvia bumped into her.
And just curious, how did Sylvia
Know that that was her?
yeah.
She introduced herself. She said, I know you. You're famous. I've seen you before.
Who said
And
that?
Sylvia, this is what she said to Sylvia. And Sylvia said, you do? How do you know me? And she said,
Girl.
you're on YouTube. And then she went to introduce herself. She said, I'm Nesto's daughter. And she was like, what? And so she was like, so what are you doing down here? And I said, I'm visiting a friend. And so she was like, so why don't you come visit your dad? And that's when she told her. Prosecutor said, I'm not allowed. Cannot talk to him and I can't go around him. But tell him I love him. And that was it.
Okay. So
And they
that
exchanged information. So that's how that went. And I again wasn't there.
okay. And she's not allowed my understanding she ain't allowed to be around him until she what, 21? Something like that. Either 18 or 21, one or the other.
No, it's just because of the case. It wasn't no, I can't go around him until I'm 21. It was the prosecutor said
Mm,
I can't
that's
go around him. So
no,
something.
I think it's more than the case.
I
I
mean, I
think he
don't.
was I don't think he was allowed to be around her, to be quite honest.
So she was at his wedding with the moms. I don't know how that would play into I can't be
10
around
plus
you.
years ago. You
That
know what I
doesn't
mean?
matter. That she still was there. And then he was dealing with her uh all the while because again, like I said, when she came on to Florida, me, him and her was on the phone together and and they were talking and he was like, so when you finish doing whatever, just call Sonya and y'all can go hang out. And she said, okay.
But
And she sounded normal. She didn't sound like she was scared of him or, I can't believe you're calling me, you know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. It was just a normal conversation. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all again dig for negativity and
no,
turn
no,
everything
no,
into
no, no. We're looking at look, I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
don't know. That's all I know is what is that's how that played out. And that was my only again experience with that. Again, me and him, um, he never really talked too much about himself, at all around to me or whatever. Um, we had a 5-minute conversation about I'm married and that was that. We never talked about it again. Um, and then he talked about his kids here and there, but that was it. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? They keep making it to say, oh, she was the mistress and she was, or this and that. And it was this, and it was never none of that. And it's just weird that everybody keeps trying to put out what the relationship was when it was nothing like what everybody's saying it is at all. Nothing. And
But
it's weird that y'all got no information from him or me, which I'm the only two people that could tell you about the relationship, yet everybody knows everything. And that's the weird thing about everything.
here's let me say this before we go any further. Ain't no way in hell no young person in particular, no matter who they are, came out here, saw Sylvia, and said you're famous. Nobody out here came out here, saw
In
Sylvia,
your
and
opinion,
said,
I don't
I
know.
recognize
Yeah,
you. I
I don't
recognize you.
know. I don't
I
know.
know. I'm
You
just
you
telling
know
you.
what? The same thing with all of you people because being on YouTube is a whole new situation now where people on YouTube are famous on your level to however people look at you. So a person may look at you and say, "Oh, that's VLenore," and the next person say, "Who the f was that?" And and I ain't never heard of it. You get me? So it just depends on what comes across and how a person perceives anybody.
And I respect that, but my
Yeah,
thing
so it
is,
just
we
all
talking about
depends.
Sylvia. That's
I,
what I'm saying.
I
We talking about
actually,
Sylvia.
yeah, but again, some people see somebody and or in that light and don't know no better because they see Sylvia and may think this, but then there's another person over here that's doing this, and then you compare it to Sylvia, then you be like, oh yeah, she's not. You know what I'm saying? But if she don't know because she's just getting into YouTube, we don't know. You get me? And so, and if she's looking into it because of her dad, who's talking about her father, and if she wants to hear negativity, then she would know, okay, this girl Nyla's bigger and this girl is bigger and this, you get me? And she do these numbers and Sylvia's only doing 200 and this girl is doing 2,000. So it just depends. She's not going in it like I do. I don't look at none of it, you know what I'm saying? But she was not probably looking at anybody's channel that's just really going hard on her dad.
My thing is this though. We're talking young people know YouTube backwards and forwards better than any of us, you
It's not
know?
about that. She might not
And
know it at all. You just don't know. People,
and
you can't assume
and
it. You can't assume it because my daughter don't watch it at all, and my son doesn't watch YouTube at all unless it's a gaming channel. Other than that, he doesn't go on and watch anything on YouTube
and
other
that
than
girl
gaming.
that saw Sylvia allegedly at the jailhouse, she ain't watching Sylvia. You see
I
what I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't know. That's
She
all
ain't
I can
watching
say.
her.
I'm not gonna put nothing on nobody. I don't know if she does watch because she wants to hear about her dad and what's going on, and she wants to hear something that's not, something that's neutral or positive, as opposed to something that's dragging them. I mean, what would you want to do? You want to turn on the TV and watch somebody just nonstop drag you? Or do you want to watch somebody that just says things in fairness? And V is good. And sometimes she's like this, but I know she da 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 da. Or do you want to hear, oh, she's a bitch, she's a this, she's a oh, she's a, you know what I'm saying? If somebody loves you, they don't want to hear that about you.
But this is and I hear
They're
what
gonna
you're
go to
saying.
something that's just either neutral or positive because of how they feel about you.
And
And
I
so y'all
hear
can say, oh,
Sonya,
it's
can I
this and
talk?
this. Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Can I talk? Thank you, girl. Um uh to be honest with you, Nesto's kids know more than anyone that ain't nobody got good shit to say about him. He has a terrible, terrible reputation. Horrible reputation. And honestly, what really stands out to me about his reputation, if I don't know anything else, I know none of his kids do shit for him. Don't want to come see him, don't want to talk to him, don't email him, don't text him, don't nothing. They ain't putting no money on his books. They ain't doing shit. So I find that hard to believe that you can have 6 kids, 6 of them, and none of them want to see him. And the one that he does talk to, lightweight consistently, if you want to call it consistent, because I don't even feel like they talk a lot anymore as much as they used to. But Dion won't even go see that nigga. Why won't Dion? Dion got a bunch of cars and all this shit. He make all this money a month. He cannot put no money on his books. He won't go down there and see his daddy. Okay, none of these things happen. So that tells me what I need to know. I'm be honest. The fact that you told me he had 3 sisters or 2 sisters, none of them fuck with him. His own friends, where are all these other friends that he was so good to? None of them are putting money on his books or anything. His own wife, everybody, nobody has anything good to say about him but you.
So people were putting money on his books because I just started on the second year doing it. The first year, everybody else was putting money on his books. I don't know where you get that from.
You were putting
And
money on
then
his books.
I put it on the second year. The first year wasn't me. It was
Oh,
his,
but you did.
it was his friends. The wife. It was the bestie, and it was one other person that was putting money on his books. I didn't start putting money on his books till the next year. Is when I
No,
did.
ma'am. You was putting
Yeah.
money on his books within months of him getting there, and that
No,
can be
I
proven.
wasn't.
You
No, it wasn't.
I
I was
talked
putting
about it
money.
in the
I was
call.
putting money on the calls.
What
That's what I was
the
putting
deal?
money on.
Okay. You was putting
On
money
the
on the call.
calls.
And you were
That's what I was.
spending
Yes, I
and you
was
were
putting money
spending
on the calls.
and you
That's
were
what,
spending $600 a month doing it.
exactly, on
Why?
the calls.
But my point is
On the calls.
but
That
my
was it.
point is still that's $600 of ridiculousness, especially when
If
nobody else
that
in his family wants to talk
if
to him.
listen, let me explain this to you. I have a very large family, and I don't talk to 90% of them. And it's not because, oh, because somebody's foul or this, that, and the other. It's just how, what type of person are you? Are you an isolated person, or are you a person that pick up the phone and you in everybody's face at all times? It's whatever type of person he is and how he was, then that's how he is right now. So if he wasn't all every day and then this, that, and the other, and the da 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 da, and then if he's not picking up the phone calling and they even asking, because some people you got to ask for them to help. They're not going to volunteer. Because
No, he
again,
don't.
everybody's going through it for the most part. So if the nigga don't ask, then I'm gonna
Okay,
think he
everybody's going
okay.
through it.
You know
You
how
said,
black folks are. If the nigga don't ask, I ain't gonna worry about it. So how many of us got people that just jump up and be like, "Hey, girl, you need it"? It's only one or two people in your life that move like that, and
but I
everybody
tell
else
you
is
what,
either. But it's either
I,
when she calls me, I'll look out, or if she don't call at all, I ain't gonna worry about it.
but Sonya,
But if
I tell
I'm
you what,
handling it, who do he need to call?
Sonya, he was still calling. He was still asking you for money for his shoes and Dion for money. Or no, was it? It was Dre.
That was later. That
What?
wasn't the
No, no, no,
first
no. I'm going to
year
give you an
when he was
example.
talking to everybody.
Listen. I'm talking about in particular when he needed some shoes. Let's just take that for an
That was
example.
last year. Go
And
ahead.
who did he ask? You
That
or
was year
Dre?
3. Year 3, he asked me.
I,
Don't talk
I,
about Dre. Dre wasn't
that's
around.
fine. I'm giving you
That
an
was year
example,
3. Year
Sonya.
3. Yes, year
Sonya,
3.
fine.
We
It
talk
was year three. Listen to
year
what I'm
3.
telling you.
Hmm.
Listen. When he asked for the shoe money, who did he ask? Dre and who? You?
I don't know if he asked Dre. I don't listen to their calls.
Okay, it was you though, right?
He asked me.
Okay, how much did he say those shoes cost?
I don't know.
He told you something like $40.
If
He
that's
told
what he said, I don't know.
he told Dre it's like $50, right?
I don't know. I don't
He
listen to the calls.
Okay, well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you that's what he told Dre one amount, he told you a separate amount. Both of y'all gave him money for said shoes that only cost $12.
I don't know which one he picked.
He
And how do you
the
know which one he
shoes
picked?
because we looked them up and the shoes don't cost no more than $12.
Are y'all bored?
No, we just about
No, that's
finding
bored.
the
If you
truth and
sit
the
here and
fact.
hear him, if you
And
hear
I
this man, no,
wait,
that's no, V.
wait,
If
listen.
you hear it on the phone
Oh my
call,
God.
this man is talking about, I need some shoes, and y'all that bored that y'all looking up the shoes to see what
No,
shoes
you're
he
missing the
actually bought.
point. You are
I
missing
know
the
what
point.
point you're trying to make. You
What's the
trying to
point I'm
say
making?
that he's finessing me for shoe money and he finessing what's the name for shoe
That's
money.
exactly what he
That's
does.
your point. But again, who cares? It's
Why don't you
$40.
care that the
It's
nigga would be
$40.
lying to you in your
It's
face just to ensure that he got
$40.
some money on his damn books?
Listen, it's $40. I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
But
I
why
ain't
don't
pressed
you care about that?
because that shit is
Because I
is
wouldn't.
is
Why
minute and little
not?
to me. That's minute and because it's just minute and little. Now, if he was
No,
talking about
it's okay
four,
to lie
if
about
he
little
told me the
shit.
shit was 400, now that's a bit different. That's gonna hit a little different.
Oh, it's
Or
okay.
4,000, but $40, girl, ain't nobody talking about $40. There ain't
He
nobody talking
is.
about it. That
He
listen,
is.
I'll
You
give
know
a
what?
I'll give a stranger on the street $40. I ain't thinking about 40 damn dollars.
He is.
That's
And
fine. That's
then not
that's
only
his
is
that's
he
his life. That
listen.
ain't mine. I don't care.
Now,
I
Sonya,
don't
this
I don't
conversation
care.
can't go well if everybody can't talk one at a time. Okay?
Listen, if
All
you
right?
bring it up, I'ma respond. That's
Yeah,
just how
and
that
that's
go.
what I want you to do, respond, but I'm gonna need you to allow me to speak as well, okay?
Go ahead. Go
That way
ahead.
we
Do
both
you,
can
boo.
be
Do
heard.
you,
Okay?
boo.
All right, thank you. The point is this. Why would he have to lie to anybody? What he was trying to do is get $100 on his damn books for whatever reason. Okay. But he didn't need no damn shoes that cost no fucking $40 in that county jail. Now that is a fact. And the fact that he didn't tell
Well,
one
you're
of y'all
saying the
that
only shoes that they offer are $12. There's no $40 shoes.
that's on the high end, they're about $15.
So
Yes.
okay, you said the
Yes.
high end is $15 is the top
Yes,
shoe.
yes,
The
yes,
so
yes. He
the
is
the top
lying.
shoe. Listen, the top shoe is $15, right? Cause
Yes,
y'all check the commissary.
yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny to me. Okay, and y'all know
No,
for a
because
fact
we don't
because
like liars.
no, because y'all no, that's bored. But y'all saw that
Yeah,
he picked.
bored
Y'all
and we don't
saw.
like liars.
Listen, y'all saw that he picked out the $15 shoe.
We saw that he told you he needed
No, you
money.
said which one
Listen,
did he
listen
get?
to me. You asked
I'm
me a
asking
question,
you.
let me finish. He asked you for some fucking shoe money. He asked Dre for some fucking shoe money. He never told the other person that the other person sent him the money. Instead, he thanked both of y'all for sending him the money. That's all he wanted anyway. That's all he wanted anyway. So,
Okay.
so, and that's the point. If I'm out here doing everything I can to support a nigga, including putting $600 a month on phone calls, putting extra money over here on his books, running errands over here, trying to prove his innocence, talking to his legal team, all of this shit, and you gonna lie to me about some fucking $40? That is the question you should
And
ask.
so no. See, this is the difference. I'm not that female. I don't get emotional and worry about little shit. You see, y'all be all in that emotional stuff and worried about all this, that, and the other. And I can't believe he did this and did it. I ain't worried
That's
about
not
all of that.
emotional. That's
That
respect.
it is. No,
No,
that's
that's
emotional.
respect.
That's
No,
emotional.
that's
No, that's
disrespect.
emotional.
You
So
lie to me.
here's another take on it. If I call her and see if she got it, and I
Uh-huh.
call him and see if he got it,
Uh-huh.
and see who do it for me, then
Mhm.
that's just it. And if so happens both of them ended up doing it,
Uh-huh.
then that's
Why
just
didn't
what
he
it
tell
is.
you? Why
Now
didn't he
what
tell
you
you?
because he speaks very minimum on the phone.
Because
Period.
you do all the
No.
talking.
That might be the case too. I might talk him to death, but he does very minimum talking. Okay. And what ended up happening
If
was,
he had enough, he
listen,
found the
listen,
words
Miss
to ask
Missy,
you for the money. He
listen.
can certainly
No,
find the words
this
to
is
tell you
where you
somebody
don't
else
know
gave it to him.
everything. Listen, because I normally send him X amount of dollars every week on his books so that he can shop
Mhm.
commissary. That
Mhm.
week that I did that, I didn't have to send him money for 2 weeks. So for those 2 weeks that I didn't have to send him any money, and a lot of things me and him don't talk, we just know what it is. Then that could be why he
Then why
didn't
did
need
he even bring
anything.
it up to you?
He didn't ask like he normally asks. He went 2 weeks and didn't ask for anything.
But
You
wait,
understand? He
listen to
could
what
have
you're
kept it
saying.
going. No, he could have kept it going every week because I didn't know about what Dre was doing. And he could have kept it going every week and still kept asking me and asking me every week for that same amount of money that I normally was sending. But he didn't. So you can sit there and talk about the shoe and the fact that me and him happen to coincidentally give money to a shoe, for whatever the shoe cost. I don't even remember if he ever quoted me what the shoes was. But again, it came out one way, and then on the other end, I didn't have to do something else because of that. So,
But here's what
so
I
go
would
ahead,
say about that.
because you know everything.
No, I know what makes sense and what
Yeah,
don't.
y'all know everything, but go ahead.
Well,
Come
let
on.
me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
If he can find the words to make the request, he can certainly find the words and the space and the time to say, "Oh no worries, I already got it."
You don't have to say
Or
that. You don't have to say
instead,
that.
instead, what he did was he thanked y'all for sending it to him.
Yes, he did, and that's all he has to do is thank me. But again, like I told you,
Well, if that's all he has to do, why lie? That's the
what
point.
did he lie about? What was the lie? I never
Well,
asked him, did anybody send him the money? I never asked him, did he get it from somewhere else? Where was the lie? He
if
went to
one
two
person said,
sources.
let me explain. You asked me a question, right?
Go ahead.
So if someone sends him the money, right? Then he don't need it anymore, correct? So if you tell me you need something, but then the need is fulfilled, that means you don't need it no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't need it anymore, then you're lying about the need. That's why it makes sense to tell
Y'all
you
love to
that.
put a title on something, so it's a lie now
It is a lie.
because it's a lie now because
It's a scam.
the
It's a
circumstances
lie.
okay, the circumstances changed due to the fact that one person came through before the other person. So
Yes.
now it's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie because
Okay.
now, because for one,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the first lie was that the shoes
Okay, honey.
cost $40 or $50. That's the first lie. The first lie is that he needed shoes
V,
that cost him $40 or $50. That's the lie. Then the next
girl.
lie is I need these shoes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, you need these shoes so bad. Okay, got it. Somebody gives you money for said shoes. You don't need the shoes no more.
Okay, girl.
Lying by omission is lying.
Okay, girl.
That's a lie.
Okay, that's fine. That's how you
And,
feel.
and, and see, here's the
That's
thing.
how you feel. That's good. That's how you feel. That's
No,
fine.
not a
I don't
feeling.
feel
That's
like
a
you. I
fact.
don't move like you move. So if that's how
We
you feel,
know, but
that's fine, honey. If that's how you feel, then go with
but
it.
that's not a feeling. That's a
Don't
fact.
keep beating the dead horse. That's what you think it is. Then I agree. That's fine.
No, 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 no. This
I
ain't my
respect you
thinking.
think he lied and it was a setup and I got and what's the name got and okay, go ahead
But isn't that
to
isn't
your
that
next
what
topic.
isn't that what he did with his crimes too? He was lying to the women, saying that he was going to help them
Listen.
with their social media presence.
Listen,
He
I
was
don't
asking.
know. I
He said
can't
he
say
was
I
going to. Well,
listen.
let me
I
finish.
wasn't in the room with them, so I can't say what he said to those girls. You wasn't in the room, so you can't say what he
I
said
know
to
what the
those
warrant
girls.
says.
You know what the warrant says and how many warrants lie. How
I
many
don't think
warrants
any
lie?
of
You're
his are
talking
lying.
about an uncredible source, first of all.
Who?
Roswell Police.
Are they the
Mhm.
source or is
They
the
are
victim the
the
source?
source. No,
But no, the
they
source
are
is
the
the
source.
person. The source is the
No,
victim.
no, no. And not in this case. Not in this case. And if you doing your detective work like you say you're doing, because all you're doing is going after his end, you're not looking at the whole case. Y'all pick and choose what part of the situation instead of looking at the whole situation.
We can see
What you need to understand
what I
is
need to understand
off
is the
rip.
victims.
Listen, off rip. If you really looked at the case, it don't sit right. This police department said
Mhm.
that a white dude, and race has nothing to do with it. Let me erase that. That a owner of a property came to the police department and said, "I got a tenant that hasn't paid me rent in 2 months."
Mhm.
Now, instead of directing him to civil court for
I think
eviction,
wasn't it like 3 months? I think it's more than.
whatever, that's still
Mhm.
eviction. So instead of
Mhm.
saying that, we're going to go in and investigate, right? We're
Mhm.
going to investigate him because he owed rent.
Mhm.
I've done dealt with since I was 17 rental property. Not one time did I ever go to the police about a tenant. And even if they tore it up, I never went to the police about a tenant. I know it's civil. It's eviction. Okay. So after that happened, they went and grabbed a warrant, right? Because we got to investigate. He said there's very little furniture in the house. That's not a
Mhm.
crime. He
Mhm.
said there's cars outside.
Mhm.
That's not a crime. None of them are stolen. So
Mhm.
that's not a crime, right? But we're going to investigate this, right?
Mhm.
This is Roswell. So they went and they started sitting in front of the house. How does that sort seem normal, right? They sitting in front of the house because he got a warrant from 2 years ago that said that the guy gave him 10,000 and he didn't come through with what he was supposed to do. So they sitting on his house because he got this kind of a warrant, right? Not he a
Mhm.
murderer or he a rapist and he's a danger to the society. We need to get him off the streets. No, he got $10,000 from somebody. So we need to sit in front of this man's house for weeks until he shows up, right? Then after they arrest him, they go and do a deep dive on any and everything in all cities. Roswell is not a county police department. Roswell can only police what happens in their jurisdiction. They never involve not one other police department from South Fulton, from Alpharetta, from any other city that all these crimes were supposed to have taken place so that those cities can investigate what happened in their city. Now, if you went to court when all of this played out in court and the prosecutor, here's our phone, because I made us think about this on the phone call. And the prosecutor is always on the phone with me, right? They said, well, what jurisdiction? Because I said they're out of jurisdiction, right? They're not a county police department. No other police departments work in their jurisdiction. Why is Roswell not talking to any other police department that all these alleged crimes happened? They're doing everything themselves. That's not their jurisdiction, right? They're not even saying, we'll follow along with you since we got this open case. Zero. They never contacted none of these police departments to say, hey, this crime happened in your city. Hey, this crime happened in your city. Nothing, right? Every warrant got Roswell on it, but the city is not Roswell. Check the warrant. Does that make sense? No.
Yes.
No, it doesn't. No,
Yes.
it doesn't. That's why in court, because you wasn't there.
Explain?
No, you can't, because when we was in court, no, you can't. No, you can't, because when we was in court,
explain.
let me tell you, no, hold your tongue, because I'm not done. When we went to court, and they brought that up because they heard me say this over and over on the phone calls. He said to not Nikki, what's the best name? Fields, whatever that hell's name is. He said, and what jurisdiction did this happen in? She said, Fulton County. Bitch, you ain't in a county police department, though. So even if it happened in Fulton, why, if the sheriff department, which does jurisdiction the whole county, you're not sheriff, you're Roswell. But they was trying to say, no, she tried to cover and bring it in. No, girl, please. If that's the case, listen, if that's the case, then it wouldn't be jurisdiction. It'd be long as we in Fulton, go with it. Long as we in Fulton, go with it. That's not how it. No,
and so that's what they're doing. Let me explain.
Listen, no, you can't, because she's not.
Well, let me try.
Police department. She's Roswell. She's Roswell.
Did somebody try to call you?
Yeah, but I'll tell
Because your sound went low for a second.
That's why he brought it up. Why he bring it up in court?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
why he bring it up in court? Because he knew that's what I kept focusing on.
Let me say
And
this.
he knew I had a point.
Sonya.
That's why he brought it up.
Sonya, listen, baby.
Mhm.
The first thing, let's go back to the house, okay? If you haven't been paying rent for multiple months and you have luxury vehicles in the driveway, and don't interrupt me, because I know you got something to say. I didn't interrupt you, okay?
I ain't got nothing to say. Go ahead.
Okay, good. You got G-Wagons, you got Bentleys, you got motorcycles, you got trailers, you got all these expensive ass vehicles and shit outside of the house. But you can't afford the rent. That's very suspect. If he's trying to contact people in the house and nobody's answering and the rent's not getting paid, but all these vehicles are outside of the house, you might think, maybe someone's unalive in the house. Maybe there's something else going on. So there's that. The owner very specifically said that there had been illicit behavior happening at the home. Okay? Now, again, that gave him, and here's the other thing, landlords can enter properties if they give enough notice in advance. They give you notice, they tell you we'll be entering on this day at this time. If you are not there, we're still coming in. Okay? Once they got in there and they see there's no furniture, there's just a little bit of shit here and there. You got notary stamps that are not valid. Like it's looking like some criminal shit's happening, especially when there are expensive ass vehicles outside, no furniture on the inside. If you don't use anything but a little bit of common sense, you're gonna know some of this shit don't make sense. None of it makes sense. There are multiple reasons why that could be. Now, here's the other thing. You know, we had this discussion before about the two houses, Erica living next door and him being in the other house. You said he never lived there. However, there is video footage of Nesto cleaning windows, in there sweeping, doing all kinds of shit in that house. Make it make sense. His name, y'all say you don't know how his name could be on the lease. You don't know why it is that
Sir,
anybody would think he
it
lived
went
there.
out. Listen, it went out.
Oh,
I
no
didn't hear any
wonder
of
I
that
was
stuff.
able to
You
say
was
so
talking to
much.
yourself, right? You was
I
talking to
sure
yourself.
was. My
Nah.
God.
Go ahead, keep going, because I ain't hear none of that.
Oh my God.
I ain't hear none of that.
Oh my God. I had no wonder you were so quiet.
Listen, agree to
Jesus.
disagree. Change the subject, because we ain't gonna do nothing but keep debating on dumb shit.
No. This ain't dumb at all. This ain't
That
dumb
is,
right
this
here.
is dumb because it ain't gonna go
What
nowhere.
what
You
was the
you
last
feel,
thing?
listen,
What
you
was the
feel
last
how
thing you
you
heard me
feel.
say?
I feel how I feel. You look, oh, I'm here I come, boo boo.
Well,
Sit down.
that's what debates do. You know,
I
we discuss
know, I know, I
how we
know. But
feel.
you spend too much on a topic and it gets to be dull. Don't drag it out,
Well,
because it's an old,
let's
it's
be
an
clear.
old
This ain't dull
situation.
for the people because the people want to hear your response to this because these are questions we've all had.
Oh,
Now,
what's the question?
okay, well let me reiterate it for you, and I'm going to ask that you allow me to get it out
Get the
before
question
you.
out, girl. You know me, I
Yes,
talk too
yeah,
much.
or get my
I over talk
stance
people.
out.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's me. I over talk people. But go ahead.
Let's get my stance out, okay? The first thing you mentioned was about the house next door to Erica. You know, if you've got all this shit, all these luxury vehicles parked outside, and and people aren't paying rent, and they go inside and there's no furniture on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
that's a little weird. If you don't use anything but some common sense, it says something ain't right. The man said in the warrant that there had been reported illicit activity at the home. So if you go there and somebody is not answering the door, they're not paying the rent over months at a time, the landlord has the right to be able to go into that home as long as they give enough notice to the tenant. And
Mm-hmm.
so once they go in there and then they come across these notary stamps and all kinds of shit that don't make no good ass sense, like the fact that there's no furniture out there, but you got all these expensive cars outside or vehicles, whatever, that's weird. Okay, that's weird. The other thing is you said that he never lived there, which that's odd to me too. How is it that he never lived there, yet his name, his wife's name, his stepdaughter's names are all somehow highlighted on the lease, but they didn't live there? He parked all his vehicles outside that house, but he didn't live there. Yet there's a video of him cleaning that house on Instagram. Have you seen that? Have you seen
Is
that
that, is,
video?
that, is that the question?
Yeah, that's the question. Have you seen that video?
So that's the other house. That's the Bent Creek house. That's not the house that that's next door to
How
Erica,
you know that?
because of the date and when that house was rented and the date of the video. So go ahead.
So you are saying for a fact, you know that that's
The date
not
of the
the house.
video. The date of the video. That house was rented in March after they got evicted from Bent Creek, in which she went to a friend's house to live and he went to a hotel. He never lived in that house. His all their furniture was in storage. It was never in that house. He on the warrant, he's asking the teacher girl, "Can you please keep my appliances? I need somewhere to put my appliances." If he rented that house, why wouldn't you just keep your appliances at your house? Why would you ask this girl? It's on the warrant. Why would you ask this girl to hold your appliances? He also needed a place to park his cars because in Atlanta, you got to have parking. And
Let me tell you,
Erica was the one that suggested, why don't you park it over at my house? I have a house next door to me that I rent and you can use that. Now,
and that's what
listen, and how that house got in to their name is because Erica represented Shirley in her eviction case where she was trying to stop them
how
from
does
garnishing.
Erica
No, no,
benefit
no.
from
Listen,
renting a house next
from
door to her house
listen,
and putting all their names on it and putting all
listen,
their shit in the driveway?
listen, listen. Okay, you got it all out. Let me explain. Okay, Missy. The house was rented by Erica. The owner never met anybody but
Where's that
Erica.
proof? Where's that proof?
It's in the court. Didn't you look at the last court hearing when they talked about that? That she tried to say that she did it on behalf of them. The landlord he admitted he never met nobody but Erica. He
Doesn't
never
matter.
seen nobody. And if you look at Erica's records, run it. She's got mortgage fraud,
Right here.
identity fraud. Okay, it's all her history. Now, the reason why she had everybody's information is because she did the garnishment. Her law firm did the garnishment for Shirley,
How does Erica benefit from doing all of this
listen,
for
I
him?
don't know. How was that for him? That was for her.
Because all
That
his
was
shit
not
is
for
over
him.
there.
Listen, only thing he had there was his vehicle because he just got evicted and he had nowhere to put his cars. And Erica, he reached out to whoever he could reach out to see if you could hold this and hold that and hold this because we got evicted from this house. And Erica said you can bring it over to my house next door, and
How
that's
you
what
know
he
this is
did.
what was said?
Cause he told me, check on the phone call.
So he
It's
does
on
tell
a
you certain
phone
things.
call. That's how I know
So,
everything because it's on a
right.
phone
Because that's
call.
what he
Now
told you.
listen. No,
Uh-huh.
it's not just that too. But
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
garnishment, her law firm had all of Shirley's information. She had
Mm-hmm.
everybody that was on the lease
Mm-hmm.
information. And what you
Mm-hmm.
have to understand over the years, because Nesto has a criminal record. In
No.
all the places they lived, Nesto was never on the lease. And this
Mm.
is where she messed up. Why would he be now on this lease? But in all the years that they've lived together, he was never on none of the other leases. Now, the company, Black Radio or whatever she used, no one can find anything on that. Everybody done researched it and tried to figure out who and what company and where does it go. They can't find the company. They can't find the owner. Nothing, zero, nothing, because
But
they
the
can't
only
figure out
people who benefited from her renting out said place is Nesto.
how.
Here's the other thing.
How?
Because for one, all his shit was in the driveway. Secondly, Charleston White said specifically he was brought to that house. And that
That's a
Shirley
lie. Stop it right there. That's a lie because Charleston White was around COVID. The house was rented in March of 2022. So get your facts right, girl. That's not right at all. Go look at that
So how do
Tasha
we
K.
know when
Go
and
look at the
COVID?
Tasha K. Go look at the Tasha K interview with Charleston White, and he'll tell you the time frame. It was her house. It was her house
COVID was
he
still
went to.
happening in 22, right?
Listen, it was her house he went to. He did not go to that house. Remember, that house is vacant and it had no furniture. Why would you take somebody you trying to get to sign and woo to a house that has no furniture? But I need this man to sign all his this, that, and work with me and let me manage him. But I'm gonna take you to a house with no furniture?
You
That don't
do
even make
know
sense.
you
No, he
you
went to
do
her house and Shirley was there and Nesta was there.
Yeah, they pulled up there. And here's
Yeah.
the thing. He did not bring or I'm sorry, she did not bring Charleston White to be at that house next door. He took Charleston White to that big house, okay? And I
No,
got
he
news for
didn't.
you. I got news
Where
for
you get
you.
that from?
I
Did
got
you look at
news
the
for
interview?
you.
Did you
I
look at the
got news.
interview?
Yes, I saw the interview. Now
You not
listen,
getting, you don't
here's
get your
the other
information right.
thing.
You
Here's
see,
the other
now I
thing.
gotta question
I
everything you
would
done
love
told me
I would
because,
love to be able to
look,
speak. I
Charles.
would
No,
love to
you're
be
not
able to
on this
finish
one because
my
Charleston White even said it.
I
Nesto and
would
I've
love
never
to be able
had
to
any
finish my
conversation
statement.
other than the fact that he just said hi to me. He
I
said
would
that man never
love
said
to be able to
anything
finish
else to me. This
my
is out of
point.
Charleston White's mouth. Nesto never spoke to him other than hi. So I don't know where you get that he took him over to a
Here's
house.
the thing. Here's the thing. So people are saying, yes, he did say that.
No, go look at the interview.
I saw the interview. Okay.
Okay, you need to
Now
look at it
relax for
again.
a second. This is what I want y'all to understand.
You need to look at it again.
Those two houses next door to each other, you can best believe that when they were trying to con Charleston White, they didn't bring Charleston White to that house that she was staying in. They took Charleston White to that big house. That's where they took him. The
The
other thing
houses are the
is,
same size. I don't know even what you're talking about. They're the
you
same
saw the two
size.
houses. You think they're the same
I
size?
saw, yes, they're
One's
the
more
same. They're
modern than
just
the other.
made differently. Go, girl, go look at the address on Zillow and look at the square footage. They're the
Baby, I'm
same.
looking. But one's outdated, more
It
outdated than
don't
the other.
matter.
One's
They're
more
the same
modern than the
size.
other.
Same size house.
You don't bring someone you're trying to impress to an outdated home. You
Or
would
a house with
bring
no
them,
furniture.
you would bring them to the bigger, well, and you're saying that they're
Houses
exact
are,
same
go look
size.
on Zillow, honey. They're
Fine.
the same size.
Okay, fine. You bring them to the more modern one. Okay.
If somebody
The
cares
reason
about
why,
modern,
can I finish? The reason why there was no furniture in there, because they couldn't afford to keep paying for that shit. 9 times out of 10, they were renting furniture. You know, there are court
you got
furniture,
all, you,
so
girl, you be
many
speculating like it
places.
ain't nobody's business.
What'd you say?
Girl, stop. You speculate like it ain't nobody's business.
I don't have to speculate. That
You're
doesn't make
speculating
sense.
because everything you're saying don't even make sense.
What
Let me.
doesn't make
This is
sense?
what you have to do when it comes to a criminal case. You got to put everything in real life perspective and how people move. Black people, especially famous black people, what do we don't do?
Who is
We
we ain't
don't
talking
listen.
about famous black people? We talking
Listen.
about Nesto and Shirley.
Listen. In Shirley's mind, she feels like she's famous. Okay, so
In
give her.
Nesto's mind,
Listen.
y'all feel like
In
she's famous.
Shirley's mind, she feel like she's famous. No, I ain't never heard of her. So yeah, I ain't never knew the girl. When he mentioned her, I was like, I don't fuck with Steve Harvey, so I don't even know who that is. And then changed the subject. So I'm not a groupie to nobody but 50 Cent. That's the only person that I'd be like, ooh. No other famous person do I give a fuck about. Okay. So for her, she feels like this is her because because of how she moves. So she really feels like she's that famous person. And then also, what black folks do not do, we do not live in houses next door to people we know. Because we don't want to come out in our driveway and have to talk to somebody we don't feel like it. We don't need that bitch in my business. We don't need her telling what I'm over here doing. None of that. So why would and I have the option to
You're
move
the
into
only
any house.
person who has ever said this,
Hey,
Sonya.
listen, because I put everything into real life perspective.
No.
I'm not living.
I
Listen,
think I'm very
if there's
real
a
life
house
too.
next door to
And you're
you,
the
V,
only person in real life
listen.
that has
Well, you
said
know
that they
what?
don't want to live where people they know live. That's stupid as
You
fuck.
better let me know who do. Who do?
Most people
Girl, that's a
want
lie.
to know that they can trust their neighbors, and you can't
Girl,
trust your
listen.
neighbors. Can I finish? You
Go ahead.
can't trust your neighbors any more than your friends who are your neighbors. So that's ridiculous. Somebody who can
Girl,
keep an eye on your house when you gone. Somebody who you don't mind leaving a key with if
girl,
necessary.
that's call you call
Someone
family
who
over.
will
That's
let you know when some
no,
weird shit is happening
no,
when you are absent. So
no.
this
It's called
idea
cameras.
that
It's called
nobody wants
cameras.
to live near people, you're the
We
only
don't.
person in
We don't.
56 years of living that I've heard someone say that. So
That
this idea of real life, that's on
you
you.
don't talk to
But I
people
don't know
then.
nobody else who talks
Ask
like
your
that.
viewers. Ask your viewers. Would you live next door to somebody you know?
Put a
And watch
one
what
in
they
the
say.
chat. Put a
Watch
one
what
in the
they'll
chat.
say.
You told me to ask, right? You
Ask
told
the
me to ask.
chatter. They'll be
Okay.
like, hell no, because I don't want
Okay,
nobody
let
in
me
my
ask
business.
them.
I don't want them seeing who coming and going. I don't need them in
Okay,
my face. I
Sonya,
need
let me
them
ask
begging.
them. You're
Yeah, go.
interrupting.
Ask the people,
Y'all,
girl.
put a one in the chat if you would like to live someplace where you know the people. Put a 2 if you don't want to be living near nobody y'all know. Okay? Just put a 1 for yes, a 2 for hell no. I don't want no part.
No. It's your hair,
Okay?
girl. What time is it?
Okay. I'm seeing a bunch of 1s. I'm looking for a 2 though. Let me see if I can find a 2 somewhere at all. Okay, any twos? I don't see no twos.
That's because
Um,
they're not celebrities.
oh
They're
my, neither
celebrities.
are the people we talking about. Okay.
Shirley's a celebrity. Y'all need to stop that. She's a celebrity. So I mean, she may not be A, but she's a celebrity. She makes $5 million a 5 year contract. That's a celebrity. Y'all believe her?
Allegedly. We
That's a
don't even know if
celebrity.
that's true. That money
That
doesn't
is,
make a
listen,
celebrity.
she
Money,
is a celebrity. And the
money,
prosecutor even said she's a celebrity. He said
money
that
does
she is
not
a
make a
celebrity.
celebrity. Okay?
That girl is a celebrity.
Just so
And
we're clear.
celebrities don't live next door to people they know. They live next door to people they don't
Now, I just want y'all to know there, and you
know.
told me to ask my people if they would want to live next to somebody they know, and you said they would not, and everybody said once. Okay. Now,
Everybody,
here's
yeah,
what
that's
you're saying.
because
She
listen,
knows
that's
it.
because everybody
Hold on.
on your thing
Hold
they
on.
think like this.
Oh, so now it's because they over with me. Okay. Now
They think
listen,
like you. No, they think like you. They everybody that your esteemed
we don't
followers.
all think alike. We don't all think alike. We
Yes,
really
y'all
don't.
do. Yeah, your channel do.
No, we really all don't. We just all tend
Listen.
to have good sense.
Well, let me speak for the other half. I would never live next door to somebody I know because I don't need nobody in my damn business. That's just that.
Child. Okay, now let me say this. She
And
knows me,
calling and being like, "Oh, guess what?
Sonya.
There's a car in the driveway. Somebody, I just seen such and such going on your house. I just seen. I don't need that in my life, and I don't need nobody when I'm in the driveway coming over talking to me when I don't feel like being bothered. It's a lot of factors that go to it when you live next door to people you know or don't
Okay.
know. Because Shirley said on the phone call, Erica, who? I don't know who that is. Why she say that?
Okay, Sonya. Now listen, she nosy, who I'm not even sure who that is. She nosy said, you need to know that the house was connected to Nesto before Shirley even knew Nesto. Have you been keeping up? Did you know that?
The house was connected to Nesto before he. So she's saying in 2013 that what house was connected to Nesto?
The one we're talking about next door
The
to
the eviction house, or that girl's house with her and her husband.
the house next door on Pinecrest.
Yeah, the one that Erica lived in, or the one that the rental property.
The one that is next door to the one that Erica was living in.
The rental property. You're saying the rental
I think
property.
they're both rental properties because
Okay,
neither one of them niggas own them houses. But yeah,
so the rental property of Michael, that's the landlord. Michael's property was connected to Nesto. You see it in
I didn't say that.
2013.
The she nosy person saying that, and I don't know how that could be, honestly. But let me say this: it doesn't make sense to me that Nesto knew that Stevie J lived in that house before. Like, why would he know that if he wasn't even, if he had no dealings with that house? He didn't know anything about the house, who lived there. How is it that he knew that Stevie J used to live there?
But maybe Erica told him. I don't know. Somebody could have said something. You know, they all famous. And I say that with sarcasm.
Clearly.
All famous. I don't know. See me asking me shit I don't be hearing about. That's the thing. I don't know. All I know is one. I looked at all his bank accounts. He didn't have no money. He didn't transfer no money within from January all the way to past the time that house was rented. If he rented that house, I don't know where the funds came from. He didn't have any money.
They
He
didn't
was
pay. They didn't pay,
Listen.
so he
He
never
had to
did have
pay to
funds.
get the keys, honey. Don't nobody give up keys for free. He
Yeah,
had to
for a
pay.
deposit. Yeah, you come
Yes.
up with the
None
first
of
bit
that.
of money.
Listen, that was March. Listen, March it was signed. Same month they got evicted. That house was signed for. That house never had utilities in their name. The house, the bank accounts
How you
never
know
had
that?
because I did my research.
You
That's
went and
why
checked the utilities?
I did
How do
my.
you check utilities in somebody else's name?
I know people, so trust me. You
Sonya,
know.
now you know I don't believe what you're saying.
That's fine. You
Because
ain't got
no,
to.
because
Look, 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 look,
here's
look.
the
You don't
thing.
have to.
You know that, but you couldn't find an attorney that would take his case.
Sure, it costs money to find an attorney to catch this case.
You
It don't
got
cost
to
no
your
money to look up some
money.
information.
But y'all had the money. Remember, he said he was
Who had
wanting to pay.
money? Who had
Well,
money for his attorney?
I thought you did. You said that what you didn't have, you would get a loan and get it for him. You said that.
No. Having money is one thing, and having money for something is something else. You may have money for food and you choose to buy it. And then you may have money for a new house and choose to buy it. Having money don't mean you choose to spend it. There's a difference. You could be sitting on $1
You
million
think it's for the
and
man you love?
don't buy apples. So it just depends on what you want to buy and what you want to spend your money on.
So
And
you
no,
wanted to spend six
no,
hundred dollars a month on
that's
phone calls, but
different.
you didn't want to spend $250 for that attorney.
That's why I asked her.
Did
If
you
I
pay?
gotta listen,
Did you?
I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm last on the list because I'm just a friend at this time. It's fine. I don't care. But and
No,
this
you
is
was his
and
lover.
I'm who is the lover?
You.
Anyway, okay, so listen, going back to that time, I'm just a friend, and regardless of what the bloggers say, and I'm not going to spend certain money on one thing. Now, I did pay for the lawyer, but what I was doing was because of all the conversation that was going on
Mm-hmm.
outside of YouTube and stuff like that, the other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to ask him first because that's your son. And I don't want to hear when everything is over. Oh man, I would have did it. All you had to do was ask. So I'm asking. So I want to hear no or see no because that's where I feel like it was going. I felt like he ain't going to help. He wasn't offering the help. And it was for whatever reason, because I don't know him, you know,
Mm-hmm.
either it's because I ain't got it or it's some reasoning on some other stuff, so it kind of makes sense. But anyway, but I'm still putting it out there. That was just a test. Either
Mm-hmm.
he was going to pay it or he was going to be like, I ain't paying that shit, right? This your daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to pay for this lawyer, him to come see him and talk to him about this, that, and the other? He didn't. I paid it that same day. But I'm going to ask you first because you're his son. I'm nothing to him. I'm just a friend here to help. That's all I am to this man. Right? So I'm going to ask family first because y'all come first. And that's what it was. And you can get mad about it, but all I did was ask because that's your daddy, not mine. And if you don't want to help your daddy for whatever reason, because I didn't ask why, I didn't even go into all of that with him. I just asked, and he said no, and I left it alone. And I said, he said no, I'm gonna do it, and I did it.
So you paid for what was that? A consulting fee?
Yeah, that was consulting. That's all it was. It was for something else. Yeah.
What attorney was that?
I can't even tell you. I don't even remember.
Jackie
But
Patterson.
I done talked to so many attorneys when it came, especially the first year. Oh my, I've talked to too many. I don't have no memory on top of that. But yeah, I talked to too many attorneys. I couldn't even tell you who it
Why?
was.
Why didn't um any of the attorneys that you had said you did speak to that knew they had an understanding and agreed with you that the things Nesto was charged with were civil and they weren't criminal? How come none of his current attorneys, I shouldn't say current attorneys, the ones that he had over the last 2 or 3 years and the one he has right now, how come none of them have said it was civil?
Well, okay, first of all, we're not there yet. That would have to go to court, right?
No, if it's a civil matter, his
It would
attorneys would
okay,
have addressed it right then and there. And then
right
that
then.
would have
I
been
don't know. No,
solved.
I never had that. Well, me and the one attorney had a certain conversation, and she said I didn't think about that, right? Um, and then she said we're gonna go and have discussions on it, and I didn't hear back because one, they can't really talk to me too much about strategy and certain things because I'm open to subpoena. So a lot of things they cannot talk to me because of that. I'm not considered privileged, where they can't come to me and get any and da da da. Da. That's why I was subpoenaed, because they kept hearing all of this stuff on YouTube and they felt like, ooh, because apparently, you know how y'all stretch and exaggerate and just ride on something, and then the prosecutor's office is listening to everything, everybody shows, and they sitting there with the investigators and taking notes, and they're letting YouTube do a lot of the work. from everything that I had when I was dealing with that situation and having conversations, I was like, these motherfuckers is straight off YouTube. Everything that they was talking about was straight off YouTube. I said, that's crazy that they're letting YouTube um saying do things that matter to this case. That's crazy. And what's more crazy is because a lot of YouTubers stretch shit and try to make it drama because they're going for the views. They're not going for actual reality or actual truth. They just want the clicks and the views. So they say certain things for the wow factor, and they make certain things move a certain way because I need these views, I need these clicks. It's not about truth. It's not about what's really real. It's about how many views and how can I make this story seem more this? Because I for some reason, and we going in year 4, why are people still talking about this?
Because it's not over.
Yes, but they're not talking about the right shit. That's the thing. Then no one should be talking to me about anything. I'm not a factor to none of this.
But
Again,
here's the
I'm not a factor to none of this.
wait. You
But
were the person on the calls quite often talking about how angry Krill made you and Nesto because he was over here having the audacity to talk to Shirley, his wife, who was paying for the attorney fees. You had a problem with that and said that she shouldn't be talked to about anything as it pertained to the legal
the
strategy,
legal
and that they were
strategy.
supposed to be talking to you and only you. Sorry.
That's what he put in place. Exactly.
Well,
That's
if
what he
that's
put
what
in
he put
place,
in
not
place,
me.
why is it then you're contradicting yourself? Because
I'm not.
if
No,
that's
no.
what listen, if that's what he put in place and you are supposed to be talking to the attorneys and the legal strategy, why all of a sudden now can't you talk to the attorneys because that could open you up for subpoena? Which one is it? Which one is it?
I don't know. I'm at a loss.
What'd you say?
So
What?
listen, what you're saying, in a sense, because like he did letter and documentation to the attorneys, but again, because certain things I'm not locked and considered to be privileged, it can leak, and certain things they don't want them to know, so they don't. You know what I'm saying? Divulge, and I get that, and a
But
lot of
if
things
you
that.
are the person, or if you are the
No,
legal advocate,
you're talking about something, two different things. You're
no,
talking
I'm
about,
not.
yes, because his first attorney was not court appointed. It was a private attorney. So it was
Doesn't
different.
matter.
It was no, it was a different scenario. It was
But
because I
no,
interviewed him
no.
and
The
everything.
point
It
you
was
made,
it was a
Sonya,
different it was a different scenario. Trust
Sonya,
me.
2 minutes ago, you made the point that no attorney is going to talk to you about whether or not a case is civil or criminal, but because that opens you up to being subpoenaed. Yet and still,
No,
that is
I didn't say
precisely
that.
what were you saying?
I'm
What did you
saying
say?
I'm saying strategy, period. Not just that.
Well,
I'm
that's why this
saying the
came up.
overall case. No, the overall case. So our conversations is just me saying things. I don't look and I don't ask
No,
for a
no, 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 no,
response.
no. Let's not get off track. Very specifically, what you just said was that the reason why you can't the attorneys hadn't been talking to you about whether or not something was civil or criminal and all of
So
this
they weren't
stuff
talking to me
was
up until the
because.
subpoena came. Let's say that. So we were open in all communications
But
before the
don't
subpoena hit.
attorneys know whether or not they can talk to you about stuff, and whether they
They were
can, or
told.
whether or not you're
Listen,
going to be listen, or
they
whether
were
or not
told
you're going to be open.
that
Can
I
I
was
just
to go
let
to.
me ask a question? Don't they know the difference between what is going to open you up for a subpoena and what's not? Don't attorneys know how to interact with their clients or their clients' advocates? Attorneys know this, right?
I don't get what you're getting at.
You said that the attorneys
Talk to
never
me
mind.
at a limit, right? It's very limited because I'm since the subpoena hit. It was not limited before or prior to it.
But
So since the
why would
subpoena
it
hit,
been why wouldn't it have been? Because attorneys
because
know
they didn't
attorney
think no, they didn't think that it would be an issue And what made it an issue, because this is so different from a normal case, is because it was dragged in on YouTube so tough. And that, again, like I told you, the prosecutor is listening to YouTube for assistance or whatever, eye-opening information or whatever. And they're running a lot of their stuff off of everything that YouTube says, even though, like I said, it's hyped, right? Because there's nothing that can be factual on my end, because nobody from YouTube knows me. So anything that they say about me, unless it's on a phone call, which is fine, that's it. You can only get whatever I say on the phone call. Anything outside of me and him on a phone call, a jail call, which again, we are completely knowledgeable that the prosecutor is on every phone call. It just was a problem when YouTube got on the phone calls, because one, the prosecutor wasn't going to put it out for public display unless it was something relevant to his charges. So everything that we was spoken about on the thing wasn't other than stuff that I had to do, as far as, which we didn't care because he's already charged. So if I'm just looking for things that, that he say I didn't do, they're looking to say, oh, he did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not an issue, right? Because it's not an admission. It's just, go look for this because that's a lie. Go look for that because this is a lie. Go look for that because that's not true. And that's not true either. And so I'm sent out to go look at these things because he's saying that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
And
Right?
that's what they mainly were subpoenaing you for. They want to know what you came up
Hey,
with,
right.
what you found versus what. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
here's my question too. So
Which
you
I felt like y'all got a stronger source of situation than me. I mean, it's just me. Y'all got, computers and the FBI and internet and all of these things of resources that you guys have with these investigators and da 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 da. Why are you asking me for anything?
Well, I don't think that they were asking you for the information because they didn't know how to get their hands on it. I think they were asking you for the information because they wanted to know what you had in your possession. And they wanted to see what all you had. That's my thinking on the matter. So let me ask this too. We're back to his kids. In the same way that you were out here helping to figure out the right attorney and looking to come up with the money and that sort of thing. So like when you asked Dion for that money, how come? I'm just curious. You didn't reach out to the two daughters that you did know?
No.
Why? Why not?
I wasn't told. I don't know them like that. And I'm going to ask the one that he considers his best friend. His daughters are his daughters, but Dion was like his road dog, like his bestie, his son, his bestie, his all day, every day. So his relationship with Dion was completely different from his relationship with his daughters. And he's a man, so I'm gonna go to the man. And then his daughter have kids, so I don't know her financial situation, and
But you
he's
don't know
not.
unless you ask.
But I'm not, because he's not that type of dude that's going to go to his daughters. That's just not him.
Or he
That's
knew
just
not
it.
to ask him for
Whatever.
whatever
You
reason.
can speculate whatever it is you want. We don't know, because we don't know their relationship unless one of them speak on it.
Oh,
We
I
can't.
feel
We
like I
can't
can tell their
assume. We
relationship.
can't assume anything unless one of the daughters come out and say this, that, and the other, or he come out and say that. We can't assume anything. You can't assume anything of anybody's life. Y'all like to do that.
Oh, no, 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 no.
And in
We
fairness,
can make
y'all
a
like to speculate on everything and say, "Oh, this is," because one thing, if something looks a certain way, doesn't mean that is how it is. A person can look gay and be straight. A person can look racist and be married to the opposite race. So
but
you
I
can't
thought
sit
you
there
said
and
that if it walk
speculate
like a duck
on
and it quack
anything.
like a duck, it's a
You
duck.
can't. No, you can't speculate on shit. That's just what it is.
Well, I can
And
speculate on the
y'all
fact that my
speculating
man
on
is on
everything. Y'all
the
speculating on everything. That's
this
all it
man
is.
this man has had 19 cycles, okay, in jail. This
I
man
don't.
has been
19
evicted
cycles. What
5
is
times
19?
in 9 years. This
He
man was
was never
arrested.
evicted. Get it right. That was all Shirley. He was never on a lease. I just told you that. He has never been on a lease
He
other than
was the
this
one
one time.
responsible for paying the
Mm,
rent
how do you know that? How do
because
you know
I
that?
because it was told to me by one of her ex-friends.
But is that her or
And that
him? How
he
how is
was
it?
it,
Okay, so
it
it's an
came
ex friend,
from
right?
it came from Shirley's money.
No,
It was
listen.
Shirley's money, and Nesto would supposedly go to pay the bills, and he wasn't. Okay. And then they were evicted 5 times in 9 years. You make $500,000 a year. Why are y'all getting evicted from anywhere?
So
In fact,
she
why aren't
so
y'all buying a house?
so here's the thing. She did own a house in California. I don't know why you missed that. And then secondly, she's been evicted since he's been in jail. So she was getting evicted.
No,
Yes, yes.
no. He was
And
he
she's
was evicted 5 times in the 9 years that they were
no.
married.
Show me an eviction with his name on it.
If she was living with her husband
No,
and she was
no,
evicted, they
no,
were evicted.
no, no,
No,
no,
what? If they
no,
live together as a husband
no,
and wife,
no. If his name ain't on the lease, he ain't get evicted. And go back to her first
what?
eviction. Listen, go back to her
Are
first
you
eviction.
serious
Go
right
back.
now?
Go back to her first eviction and tell
You
me. And
understand that
listen,
Nesto didn't have any verifiable income. He wasn't going to qualify for shit.
he wasn't going to qualify because he's got a criminal record.
No, that's a lie. You can have a criminal record. You may not be able to live
Ready?
everywhere you want to live, but you can live someplace. You got an apartment, don't you? Didn't you get an
Mhm.
apartment?
Hey,
Didn't
I'm
you
different.
do prison
I'm
time?
different. I'm different. I'm
Why are
different.
you
And my
different?
crimes was different. So
What,
my crimes
insurance
was different.
fraud is still a felony?
No, it's I'm different. I'm different.
No,
Can't,
no,
can't,
you ain't
people
different. You
people can't
went
move
to
like I move.
prison, you have a felony, and you've been able to get an apartment. And guess what? He would be able to as well if he had verifiable income and would stop getting
Girl,
arrested every few minutes.
anybody can get verifiable income. That ain't shit. What
Why
we
didn't
talking
he?
about here?
And why
Like,
didn't
what are we
he?
talking about? What are we
If
talking
he
about?
would hire
Anybody.
his friend to
So
pretend to be his attorney, why couldn't
listen,
he hire her to put together some verifiable income?
all his other places was in his name. So
What
I
other
mean,
places? I thought a second ago you said he couldn't get a place.
listen. He had commercial property. His
So you can
commercial
get
property.
commercial property, but you can't get a
Yeah, he had
residential
commercial
home.
property was in his name, not the
Do you
residential.
even hear yourself speak? That don't even make
Yeah,
no good
it's
sense.
different. The residential is different. I mean, there it is
It
different from
is different.
commercial.
It's harder to get commercial property than it is residential property. You damn right it's different.
It depends on if you know the owner.
It's oh my God. I can't
It's a
believe
debate.
it.
You said it's
First
a
of all,
debate,
the
so we're
first
gonna
fact
debate it.
that you said, the fact that you just said that his ass did not get evicted, Shirley did, even though they was married, living and at the time that they were evicted. Okay, fine. Now you saying he had commercial properties in his name, and
He did.
somehow that's supposed to be easier to get with
Well, it's in a business name.
con.
Listen to this. When it's business for the business name, it's not in the personal name. Remember
So,
that.
so what now?
If it's residential, it's in a personal name. It's just business, it's in a business name.
He
Girl, I'm
didn't
just
have
messing
no
with you. Go ahead. You
business.
take
Do
things,
you
everything to the hip.
understand? He
You be
didn't
too
make no
emotional about it.
money. He didn't earn
Girl,
no
calm down.
businesses. And
What?
a lot of his seed money came from Shirley.
Oh, I know. I saw the transfers.
So then if you see that, then what is it that you're talking about? Why would she have to transfer anything over to him if he had these legitimate businesses? He had security companies with no clients. He had a 24-hour barber shop, but his ass couldn't even cut hair because he had no license.
I didn't do a deep dive because I don't really care about all that stuff.
But
So,
shouldn't you care about it? You're
no, I don't
so
care about none of
intimately
that stuff.
involved at being his advocate.
Yeah, no, I don't care about all that stuff. Y'all be caring about the wrong stuff.
No,
Y'all
that's the
too
right
invested.
stuff.
Matter
That's
of fact,
all the
you
most
seem more
specific
obsessed
stuff.
about it than I do. I don't even think about this shit.
But that's what you should be thinking about.
No, I
You're the
shouldn't.
advocate.
I shouldn't. I don't think about it. I don't stress it. I don't think about it. It ain't. It ain't. No, it ain't my problem. I'm not married. I'm single.
Okay, well, you didn't act like that when you was telling that attorney that he shouldn't be talking to this man's wife and that he should only be talking to you.
They were separated. What are you talking about? What did her
No, they
divorce
weren't
papers say?
separated at the
Oh
time you were
no, no,
telling
girl, you
that.
better go look at that. Go what she filed. They were
What she
separated in
found
March. She
was
got
that they've
arrested
been
in July. What are you talking about? They were
what
legally
she was
separated.
saying was that
Oh
they were
no, honey, they were legally
physically,
separated. She said it
they
herself.
were not legally separated.
Yes,
In
go look
order
at the
to be
document.
legally separate, you have to file for a
No,
legal
don't even
separation.
matter. She
They
said
were
it in her filing. She
physically
said she was.
oh
She
my
said she was
God.
separated in March. So
Okay. Okay,
you gotta go with what she said. She said
okay. I'm gonna
we
go
were
with what she
separated
said.
in March.
I'm gonna go with what she said. Let me tell you
Yeah.
what
So
she
she
said.
said in March she was separated. So
Exactly. So let me say
if
this.
I'm separated, and
Uh,
that means
uh-huh.
our affairs are separate
Are they though?
legally.
If
Yeah, they
my
are.
parents are
When
separate,
you
why am I
listen,
paying for your
soon as
motherfucking
you get
attorney?
legally separated, it cuts off
They were
the
not
income.
legally separated. Don't you know the difference?
She said they were legally separated.
No, she didn't. She said they were separated since March. And you know what that means? They were living apart since March. They had been living apart since March. But if you recall, they were together for the 4th of July, were they not? What?
That was not that was for pictures
Wait,
only.
they were to, oh, so they got together to take pictures.
It
That's
was
what,
performative.
okay. They got
If that
together.
makes any sense to you,
They got,
because
they
listen,
got
if you
together.
look at the it was performative. That's what
Okay,
that
so they
was.
got together
Yeah.
just to pretend that they were still
Yes.
together. Okay. Were
Because
they
what she does,
pretending? Let me ask you
listen,
this.
because what she does for a living, she can't go and has to, and show up without a husband, because that's what she talks about. Relationships and
Okay.
marriage.
Well, why were they on the phone? This was in 2022. This was at least September, October of 2022. Why were they talking about where they were going to spend Thanksgiving at? Why were they talking about going to Vegas for Thanksgiving? Why were they talking about where he was going to live once he came out? Huh? Why were all these things happening if they
I gotta
were
pause it. Hold. Give me 1 second. I gotta pause it because Nesto called. Give me 2 seconds.
okay? All right, let me see what's going on in the chat real quick while she's doing that. Some beautiful things have been happening in the chat. Pretty Philly Babe, thank you so much, child, for becoming a member. Sari Colette, thank you so much for becoming a member. Only Me 23, thank you for gifting one membership. Yes. Brown Wife is the newest member of Club V. Make sure you thank Only Me 23 in the chat, Brown Wife. Thank you, Only Me 23. Love you. Hey, Just Ask Shar. Happy birthday to Bible Lady. Is Bible Lady in the chat? If Bible Lady is in the chat, please let me know. Somebody tell me. Actually, Black but Not Bitter, can you tell me? Let me know if Bible Lady is in the chat, okay? Thank you, Just Ask Shar. CW, thank you for the super chat. Please ask why she's denying being the side chick. Uh-oh. She went away. She'll be back. That might be Nesto calling. I couldn't even tell what she was saying about who was calling. Dre's run over Crocs. Thank you so much for the super chat. Is Roswell in Fulton County? Yes, it is. And we'll come back to that shit. Y'all, we were supposed to start off talking about Trump. We're an hour and a half in, and child, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, golly. My God, today. But anyway, thank you, Trace. Run over Crocs. I'm gonna come back to that shit because that didn't even make no damn sense what she was saying. Know your own word. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Yes. Thank you. Let's see. 5-star Beeswax, Call Me Darling, Keisha Girl, and AK126 have all become the newest members of Club V. Yes. My God, today. Dre, again, know your own worth. Thank you, boo. I love you. Dre's run over Croc said, "Girl, they were your words." Yeah, whatever you talking about, trust me, they've all been her words. They've all been her damn words, and she ain't trying to hear it. Okay, all right. Chick-fil-A gal, hey girl, limited hairline, you a mess. I'm dead. I'm done. I'm done with y'all. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ay, 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 y'all, girl, this my best friend, y'all. Y'all be kind to my best friend, okay? I can fuss at her. Y'all can't fuss at her, okay? I can. Y'all can't.
Oh, hello.
Oh, okay. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, girl. Hold on. Wait. Let me see. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, so there was something else I was going to ask you. Oh, well, the people said, how come you still don't like to be referred to as a side chick?
I was never his chick to be a side chick. Why was I a side chick in the first place? What is your definition of a side chick? Let's go with that first.
Okay, my definition of a side chick is a woman who spends time and fucks a man while he's married to other women. Pretty
She said,
much.
she said fucks with a hard F.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
basically.
Okay. She fucks him while he's with in a relationship, whether it's a girlfriend, a fiance, or a wife, right?
Yep.
She's not the main, she's a side situation that kind of does the things that the main situation does, right?
Right. And you would,
So
and by all accounts, you were giving main girl tease,
no,
even though
no,
you weren't
no.
married.
So what did I do that made me a side chick?
For one, you were fucking him. There's
Mm-mm.
that.
One time is not fucking, but go ahead.
Girl. Girl.
Girl, listen, I was
Girl.
hospitalized right after I met him. Seriously hospitalized. Ain't nobody fucking after what I had done to me. Okay. So that was shortly right after I met him. My condition, I can't fuck nobody. So that's why it was one time. Okay.
So you can't have sex now?
I cannot. Okay. Because of my condition, I cannot. So get that clear, everybody. I cannot because it is medically not possible because of what happened to me in that hospital to do that. Okay. So number one was not doing that, not orally, not nothing. Okay. None of that. One, I went after that happened. I went a whole year without even seeing the man. Miss, I'm his side chick. I didn't even see him. We spoke every day, but I never saw him. Then I saw him in 22 for 20 minutes at a truck stop, right? And then because that's where he was at because like, he didn't have nowhere to live, so he was out in a truck stop. Um, and then I saw him one other time briefly. So I'm trying to figure out in all of that, how was that any way near a girlfriend position had he not had a wife? Because that's basically if he had one, it makes it a side chick. But it's the same thing as if he
So,
had somebody. So I'm trying to figure out how was that a side chick?
okay, let me say this. Let me say
Cause y'all
this.
act like y'all know what the
Okay, let me
listen,
say
y'all
this.
act like y'all know what was going on, but me and him both could only tell you what it was. He ain't said shit and I ain't said shit other than we did it the first week we met. Then I found out the second week that he was married after the fact. Then I stopped speaking to him for a week because of that. Because I didn't like that fact that he should have mentioned that, but he didn't. And then we became friends. Friends. We had a conversation that we will just be
So
friends.
here, here's
Because
here's
I
why.
don't do drama. And
Wait,
this is
wait,
what
wait,
I
wait,
said
wait,
to him.
wait, wait,
I
wait, wait.
don't do drama, but we can
Sonya,
be cool. Now,
Sonya,
however, y'all want to twist it and say, well, I could have never. Look,
Sonya,
I don't give a fuck about all that because that
Sonya,
ain't me. That
Sonya.
ain't me. Go ahead.
You told what you're saying to me right now today is that since your surgery in 2020, you have not and are unable to have sex. That's what you're
Correct.
saying?
Correct.
If that is the case, why did you ask him whether or not actually can you turn down whatever you have in the background?
No, that's my daughter talking. Go ahead.
Okay, it's super loud.
She's loud.
Okay.
Bar life.
Okay. So my question is, why is it then that you asked him whether or not he was going to give you some when he got out? Because you thought he
A
was getting
flirt.
out the
I
following
could
week.
flirt and say shit all day long. I can have a talk, but it was a joke, and because we both knew it wasn't going to happen, so we can kiki and make fun of things and poke fun because that's how I talk to him. Y'all
Sonya.
read into things like y'all know shit,
No,
and
I
that's the
wasn't reading
problem.
into anything. You very specifically
Yes,
was
y'all
talking
read
to
into
him.
things, but
No,
listen, y'all,
you
y'all,
very
y'all made this.
specifically.
Y'all, everybody, you, Nyla, the other girl, and the other girl, and the other girl, all tried to run and say Sonya was a side chick because y'all tried to make this
Well, you
some
were,
type of
Sonya.
no, 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 no. Y'all can't tell me what I was. If I was a side chick, I admit to it. I ain't got no shame in my game if I'm fucking somebody. I don't have no shame in my game when it comes to that.
But you
Trust me.
did have shame because you
No,
told Tasha K you
no,
never slept with the man.
no. Listen, because it's nobody's fucking business.
But it
How can you
is.
sit? No,
If
it's
you are
not.
out here, people are trying
No,
to
it don't
understand
fucking
who you
matter.
are.
So can you
It
call
does
Beyonce
matter.
because she's public? That how often do you and Jay fuck? Are y'all sucking each other? What do you when
No,
do
no,
y'all
no, no,
fuck?
no. People don't have to ask that because that's her
No,
husband and they know
no.
it. But
Before
if,
they got married,
can I
before they
finish?
got married, when they were dating, is it
Okay, let
okay
me
to
let me
ask
say
her?
this.
Is it okay to ask her how often is she sucking his dick? Is she fucking? Is it okay to ask him
Sonya,
that? No, it's
Sonya,
not. It's
Sonya.
never
Sonya,
okay.
Sonya,
I don't care. It's never
Sonya.
okay. You can
Let
try
me
to make
finish.
it okay. It's never
Sonya,
okay.
Sonya. If
It's
if
personal.
someone were to come out here right now and start speaking on behalf of Jay-Z and started acting like how you acted with Nesto and out here handling this part for him and talking on the phone and putting money on his books and doing all this shit, somebody is going to ask that person, are you his side chick? Are you
How does
fucking
that
him?
make somebody a side chick because you're helping somebody? How does that turn into a sexual
Because the
situation?
way in which you are, there's one thing to help someone, there's another thing to push the wife out of the way and to get upset with
When
people
did
who would
you?
talk
Okay,
to the
y'all.
wife
What?
over
No, no,
you.
no, 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 no. You know what you need to do? Research. You need to go back and look at the
I don't
full
have to
thing.
research
You know,
shit. You
yes,
need
you
to
do.
research what you
Yes,
said.
you do. You know why? You need to look at the Fulton conversations when I first started talking to him. When
We
I was
have
talking,
been,
no,
Sonya.
no, you haven't. No, because you wouldn't be saying this shit if you would.
Sonya, you said
No,
the
you
shit out
wouldn't.
your mouth
No,
many
no.
times.
Listen, you wouldn't. No, you know what? You did not
What
hear
part did I get wrong, Sonya?
everything because
What
when I
part? No, I
first
didn't get shit
listen,
wrong.
you getting it
You
all wrong.
specifically
Again, no, no.
were
What
out
you do
here
is
telling Corral.
you go find an old dated conversation after the fact and say this is what happened in the beginning. That's not what happened. You this is like the third, fourth, fifth time today you've done this. When me and him first,
Tell me
listen,
the
it
thing
is.
I got wrong,
When me
Sonya.
and him first started talking while he was in jail was in August. And the first thing I asked him was, are you okay? Is your family doing what you need them to do? Do you need my help? He said, no, everybody's got it. I'm good because he was dealing with the one attorney, the white boy. He said, I'm good. I got an attorney that I've always dealt with. He's handled some case of mine. I feel, cool about it. No problem. Good. Everybody's got it. The wife is good. Yes, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Then he called me back a week later and said, I need your help. This is falling apart. My lawyer's not has not came to see me yet. Da 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 da. I said, well, what has Shirley done? He said, nothing. I said, well, what do you mean nothing? He said, she won't this, she won't that, she won't that. I said, but she's your wife. What is going on with that? And he was very vague because he's on the call, right? And he was just telling me da 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 da. I said, okay. Now I'm only going to deal with the legal aspect of this. He said, no, that's all. That's all I need you to do. I said, that's fine. I will make sure and I will talk to your attorney. I will go see your attorney and I will talk to him and see what's going on and why this, that, and the other. He said, yes, because she's not doing anything when it comes to that. Out of his mouth, okay? Not me just inserting myself and bullying in and pushing her aside.
But
No.
you
And
did.
then my argument to him a couple times was, he said, this is not how she is. She doesn't live this life. This is not something she could really get involved with because of who she is, right? He was just trying to say she was a little too prissy for this. I said, if this was her child, she would find the energy. You're her husband. She has to find the energy to be there for you
on this situation. Now, this is when everything was light and we ain't think much, nothing. This is where everything was just a one arrest case. This is where this was. And I'm sitting here arguing with him, telling him, you need to talk to her and make sure she does what she needs to do. This ain't me pushing her out and me trying to come in and boo you up and da da da. It was me telling him, you need to talk to her and get this. I didn't even know they were separated. Because he said little things to me, but he didn't elaborate. And I never asked because it wasn't my business. I wasn't checking for him. So I never asked him anything about his marriage, how y'all doing, da 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 da. None of that. It was none of my fucking business. Period. We just friends. We just boys. That was it. Now, how y'all want to perceive something if somebody ain't never went in for y'all, which is the opposite sex, without it being dirty or this or that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But if you read the warrant, which apparently it didn't, he was dating the other women. He was living and staying with the teacher. He gave her a car. He was picking her up, picking up her son, taking them here, and da da da. He was not doing any of that with me. Matter of fact, I was in Florida. That's what girlfriend and boyfriends do. Everything he was doing with the teacher and everything he was doing with the real estate lady. Taking trips, going up there, buying this, that, and the other. That's what he was doing with them on top of having sex.
You didn't take
On
road
top of
trips with him?
having sex with them.
You
Their
didn't have
words.
road trips with him?
Their words, not mine.
You didn't go
Now, I
on
didn't
road
see
trips
this
with him?
man but maybe
Did
5
you
times
go on
my
a
whole life
road
before he
trip
went to
with
jail.
the man?
Did I go where?
On a road trip with him.
We drove back from Miami to Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So y'all didn't have sex during that trip.
No, we did not have it at
Okay,
all.
I'm sorry. Is it your thought that if a person uses toys that they're not having sex?
It was nothing at all.
He used toys
slept
on you though,
on
right?
the way. No, on the way
You told us he
to.
did.
So we're talking about the first and only time. You keep trying to make it seem like this happened on this time and this time. No, talk about that. Everything that happened on that one situation is whatever happened on that one. So I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to keep talking about it because it's nobody's fucking business what my pussy does. Trust me. Okay. Shirley can't even call me and ask me about what the fuck I did with him. Okay. It's none of her
Yeah, but
fucking
she knows
business.
him. She knows
It's
he.
nobody's fucking business because it's my pussy.
Truth be told, I heard this dick don't really work, and that's why I
That,
got
well,
that
that's
liquid
your
glue
opinion,
and
honey.
not the toys.
Listen, if you had it and that's what you got out of it, then that's fine. But can't nobody talk about nobody unless they did it to them. Can't nobody tell you about your pussy unless they sampled it.
Does his dick work?
I'm not talking about him like that no more.
I
Y'all,
heard it was
y'all,
little.
y'all
You
already
still
got
won't verify
y'all.
whether or not it's
Listen,
small because I heard it
y'all,
was
no,
big.
listen. Only thing y'all need to know, one time it did happen, and it was before I knew he was married. And everything after that was just a cool, we just cool relationship. It wasn't no boo thing. It wasn't no cuddle thing. It was not no meet me up and touch me thing. And like I said, if me and him was some type of thing, I wouldn't have went a whole year without even seeing this man. And I'm in the same city as he is.
If it was bad, I mean, maybe.
If it was bad, I would not. First of all, I don't do that to people. But if it was so bad,
If it was
if
bad,
it was so bad,
you
and
would stay with
and
him.
I'm sure, I don't. That's not me. I've never just had bad sex and just dogged a person. Well, no, I have done that one time with somebody. It was really awful. But if it was. It was never to be that anyway. I can't even say that because when you meet somebody and you have sex that soon, it's hard to kind of gauge because there's no emotion involved. We don't know each other, and it's just strictly on some other level.
You know how to
And that,
gauge
and
it.
and nobody knew each other, so you can't really judge sex. I've never had sex soon with somebody and said, "Oh my God," that's never happened off rip with nobody I ever knew. So
You see,
I can't even say that. Not saying it's bad and I'm making excuses, but I'm saying anybody that I've had sex with off rip, I could never sit there and say or judge it because it was too soon, but it happened. It is what it is. And that's just what it is.
Sonya, do
And
you see this message I have on the screen? This was a DM that I received back from someone that inquired about
I had one
Nesto's
sexual encounter
relationship.
with him and it was horrible. One of the smallest. Okay, I don't care about all of that. Why y'all talking
No,
about this
I
man's
mean,
penis?
all I'm saying is you
That's so
keep asking.
childish, girl. If
You
somebody
made
got
a
on your thing
point.
and said you had a dry pussy, that's childish.
You made a point to say that if you meet somebody that's the first time that you
I
can't
don't.
judge
That's
it.
just my opinion, honey. Again,
And
it's
I'm
everybody
saying,
thinks differently. Some women only want big ass dicks. Some women don't want. I mean, everybody is different. You're talking about something that's a
I
variable.
think most no, I
It's
think
a
most people
variable. And
want
then
good dick though.
listen, V,
I think
what
they
you're
want
talking
good
about,
dick
and I
though.
know you're trying to get the interest of everybody and keeping it juicy because this is what you do, and you need to, yes, this is the hype of it all. But it's starting to sound tacky, is what it's starting to sound.
This whole shit is
You a grown
tacky.
woman, and you're overly concerned about a man's sexual performance who's not even somebody you're dating. Only person you need to concern yourself with is who you fucking like that. So that you
Well,
know it's
I
gonna be
I
worth
actually
fucking
am
or
concerned
miles
for.
on your body.
I
But
need to understand
talking
what
about
the drive
Nesto's
is to this
sex
man.
and Nesto's penis is childish.
Is
Shit
it?
is yes. Why? We're talking to
Why
his
is he always trying to
what
fuck
does that
everybody?
have to do with anything?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm
Are
glad you
you
asked.
trying to date him in the future
Okay, so
and you
ask me a
need to know
question.
what you're
You
looking
asked me a
forward
question,
to?
right? You asked me
I
a
mean, that's
question.
the only way it would be your business is if you're gonna fuck him in the future. If you're not gonna fuck this
Oh
man
no,
in
I
the
could never do that.
future,
I'm not
okay,
transgender.
well, if you're not gonna fuck him in the future, stop talking about his penis. It's really
Why?
tacky.
I think this is
Because
very
it's tacky
important.
and it's beneath
You
everybody.
you
It's even
asked me
beneath you.
you asked me a question I would like to
No, honey,
answer.
it's beneath you.
You,
And it don't that's saying a
I'm
lot.
gonna answer the
It's
question
beneath you
anyway.
to keep talking about this man's penis, talking about me and him sexual that we had sex. All of that is tacky.
No, what's tacky is that you lied
It's
about it.
very
It's
tacky.
tacky that
And
you
for
would
people,
treat
listen,
his wife the
and
way
for
you
people
treated her.
to be mad that I'm not going to disclose my personal business to a bunch of fucking strangers is weird as fuck. If somebody called you, I don't know you, V, but I just need to know who are you fucking, who you fucking right now. You would be sitting here like,
Well, if it has something to do with a case, yeah, it makes sense
oh,
that.
oh, what does his dick got to do with
Well,
a
I'm glad
case?
you asked. I'm glad you
No,
asked.
it don't. Hey,
You
listen,
just
don't
asked me a
answer.
question and you
Don't
won't let
answer.
me
Don't
answer
answer
it.
that.
No, I want to
Me
answer
and
it.
him ain't got shit to do with
I
his
would
case.
love to
And
answer
y'all
your
trying to make it
question.
about me is weird.
This is part of
Worried
the
about what me
case.
and him didn't do or did do is weird.
You asked
That
me
is
a
my friend.
question. I
And
like to
y'all worried about
answer
his
them.
y'all do y'all want me to give you a play by play on what does it look like? What shade of black it is? How does his balls fall? And was it smelly or was he bald? Was he shaven? What did he have hair? Did his dick look like
No, what
1980
I
or did
would
his
like
dick
to
look
do is
like
answer your
2020?
question.
That
You
shit
asked
is
me a question I
weird.
would like to answer.
I
Okay,
didn't
so
ask
here's
you a
my.
question.
You
I
did.
didn't ask you a question. It was a
You
statement
asked me what
that
it had
no,
to
it was
do
a
with the case,
statement
and
that
I'm about to
sounded
tell
like a
you.
question. No, it was a statement.
Okay, well then I have a statement to make. So
Go
my
make your statement.
statement
I
is
gotta
okay.
go in like 2 minutes. So go make it quick because I gotta do my
Damn it,
granddaughter
man, we
therapy.
didn't even get to talk about Trump and
Now, because you should have
Stefon Diggs.
never talked to. Well, you gotta say that for another situation because I gotta do some things and how long we been on the phone?
I don't know.
2 hours. You don't want to make it too long. Although y'all could chop it up like and do video chops, I guess. But no. Listen.
Look,
Don't
let me
ask me. No, listen.
look. I
Don't
said I
talk
was
to
going to
me
make a
about
statement.
it. Listen. Let me say this going forward.
What?
This is Grace. Me talking to you because you bashed him for years, and you've bashed me for years as well. And I feel like
And I appreciate
I
you.
feel like black people, when we can't support, we need to just fall back and shut the fuck up because we got enough to deal with in life without going against each other or inserting ourselves in people's problem. Now, unless you are personally involved, then I get it. But when people aren't personally involved and you just go after people and you don't know the full story until we go to court and hopefully everything gets out and nothing's suppressed and nothing's held because they do that shit, you know, then all questions will be answered. But until then, it is not fair. And I tell you this, I'm a big person on fairness. It is not fair to drag somebody when he doesn't have the right to speak his piece or defend himself. And you would not want this done to yourself, and you would be a lying person if you sat there and said, I wouldn't mind if everything that we're doing to him was done to me. You're
Well,
not going to say you would want this treatment, regardless. Okay. Whether you did it or not, you would not want this treatment.
oh, there's a
So if
difference.
you could, no, if you could work
Mhm.
and move like
Mhm.
everybody should, which is treat people the way you want to be treated,
Mhm.
you would not be dragging and looking for negativity and keep saying this, that, and the other and hurting this person's chances for a fair trial. Whether you
Was it
like him or
fair
not,
to the victim?
whether you like him or not is beside the point. We
Was
all
it
dislike and
fair
like
to
people.
the victims is my question.
Listen,
And when you say
the
that black
plaintiffs,
people,
the plaintiffs can
Sonya,
say what
just
they
going on
say.
and talking and talking and talking, that's not a conversation. Okay.
We're not having a conversation. We never do. I overtalk you and you talk shit back. So I mean, what are we talking about
Well,
here?
that's a problem. That's a problem.
No,
Now
it's not.
listen,
That's not a problem. When you call
it is
me,
a
listen,
problem.
let me explain something to you.
You guys
V.
explain something to me.
Let me explain something to you, girl.
Okay.
When you
You
sit
gotta
there
explain.
and go 3 years disrespecting me out loud to the world, nonstop, right?
Mhm.
Now I'm supposed to give you grace and have a civil conversation with you and go back and forth in
We
a
can still
way
have a
that
civil
you make
conversation and
sense
not
and da 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 da
agree.
da. After you drug my ass out loud, called me, I'm all kind of hoes and I'm all kind of this and I'm all kind of that, nonstop for
Tell me
3
three things I
listen,
said,
for
Sonya.
3 years, all for clicks and checks, because you don't know me and I don't know you, but you're doing all of this for clicks and checks. That's all it is. You're getting a paycheck, you want some clicks, so I'm gonna drag the shit out of her, make her look fucked up, and because that's what excites people and that's what get people involved and engaged, because everybody likes drama, and the more I make this look a certain way, everybody's gonna want to come to my channel. That's all you people do. And then it's not fair that y'all do that to people. I got thick skin and I don't give a fuck. So, unlike other people who this hurts and affects and does things to them, it is not fair. Now,
Well, but my
if you
question is,
listen,
what did I
if
say
you
to
feel like what you do is okay to do to somebody, that speaks a lot about you as a person, because money and clicks and views and popularity should not mean I'm going to go and dog and disrespect people for this. And if that's how you move, that says a lot. A lot. I am a person. I don't know you. I have no involvement with you. I've never fucked your man, put my hands on your kid, said anything negative about you. But yet and still, you want to come online and call me names and say all kind of shit. Whether you agree with my support of this man or not, it's none of your fucking
you?
business,
You
because
haven't
you
told me
don't
what I
know
said
me
though,
and
Sonya.
you don't know him. So whether I want to support my friend when he going through the worst situation of his life, whether he did it or not, it's nobody's fucking business. I'm going to
My-
stand by my friend until the fucking end. I don't give a shit about a wife, a kid, a daughter, a blogger, or this or that. Because if that was me, I would want somebody to do the same fucking thing. And
But
that's how
you
I
did
move.
care about
That's
all of
how
those
I
things,
move.
Sonya.
I treat people how I want to be treated. And if you can't treat somebody the way you want to be treated, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But that's how you need to move in life. You need to treat people the way you want to be treated. And I know damn well you don't want to be dragged. You don't want to be talked about. You don't want to be lied on. You don't want to meet nobody calling you no fucking name and assuming where your pussy has been, or even asking you who the fuck you fucking and what does his dick look like. That shit is stupid as fuck to me. Any more questions?
Yes, I do have a couple more questions. First and foremost, let me just say this, Sonya. Um, you're the one who told us when you came over here and interviewed with me that you had sex with Shirley Strawberry's husband. Okay, so if you've had sex with another woman's husband, that makes you a side chick. Okay, so there's that. The next thing is,
Why are you so hell bent on that
well, you
title?
just told me I was wrong
No,
for
no, no,
making
no, no,
assumptions. I
no, no,
didn't
no,
make any
no.
assumptions.
No,
You told
listen.
me on my
No,
channel.
no. Listen, okay? Stop right there. if a man meets a woman and never fully discloses everything that he has going on, and she
Mhm,
happens to have sex with him and never
mhm,
does it again, she's not a fucking side chick. Get that straight, okay? Now, if I continued after I found out about his situation and
mhm,
kept going on in that scenario and was
mhm,
going out with him and dating him and getting money and whatever, then
mhm,
yes, I am a side chick. And I have no problem with being a side chick if that's what I actually was. But I
mhm.
don't like to be called something that I did not do. That's
Yeah,
my
but you kind
problem.
of were, because here's the
No,
thing.
I kind of
Here's
wasn't.
the other thing. There are
No,
people
I
who
kind of
have,
wasn't. If I've
listen,
seen a
listen,
man, if I've seen
listen
a
to me.
man, listen, in
You
3 years,
heard
if
the
I've
side
seen
of
a
this.
man for 5 times and I
We've
had
heard the
sex with
side
him
of
one
this.
time, that's not a boo, baby. That's not a boo.
Okay. Do you
So
believe
stop
in,
arguing with me and
do
trying to
you
make me a side
believe,
chick.
do you believe that people can have emotional affairs?
Yes, they can.
So again, you were the side chick because
Oh
you were
my God, you
who,
want me to be that so
no, no,
bad?
no, no.
Why?
It
No,
only
no,
applies
no. What
to,
is your obsession with me being a
it's not
side chick?
my obsession. You're obsessed with
It is because
Nesto.
you keep bringing that up like it's relevant. What is your obsession with trying to have me have the name of a side chick? What
No,
is
no,
that?
no, 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 no. It's not an
Yes, listen,
obsession.
honey.
You are
Yes, this
telling
is
me all the reasons
no,
why you're not
listen,
one, and I'm saying, but clearly
V.
you were
Do you
one.
have something against black women
No, but you do.
or women? And oh yeah,
I
I
love
do. I
black
do. Oh,
women.
I hate a lot of
I'm
black
a
women.
black woman.
True,
I
trust and
love black
believe.
women. I love myself.
Trust him. Let me tell
But
you,
you don't like black
everybody
women. You
that
don't like black
follows
women.
this story, I got a problem with because one, you're done for wasting your time, and two, and then y'all sit there and say shit out y'all mouths like this is reality television when this is real life. This ain't reality. This ain't love and hip hop. This is the man's future.
No, it
And
is. But the
y'all
thing
playing
is,
around with
if
shit
you love
like
black
it's a
women,
game. That's
if
what's so fucking
but if
crazy.
but
Again,
listen,
the
listen.
energy you give to this speaks volumes
Sonya,
about the
this is
type of
my
person you
job.
are.
I'm going to give it my
It's
all.
not a job, honey, what
It's
you
my
doing.
job. It may
No,
not be
honey,
yours,
you
but
can't
it's
even
my
tell.
job.
No, you can't even call this a job.
I
That's
can.
crazy.
I can.
No,
I
it's
can
not.
totally
It's
call it
not.
a job. In
It's
fact,
not a job. I
this
mean,
is
that's the new
like
spin
Nesto.
on it, I guess. But this is not a job. What you're doing?
Oh, it totally is. Now
No, it's
listen.
not.
Here's the other thing.
A paycheck don't make it a
When
job, girl.
people have emotional affairs, they're on the phone with them day in, day out. They're making plans to be with them. All of the
No,
things.
honey.
And
Listen.
and we heard you out of your own mouth say, "Oh, you're gonna give me some next week when you get out." If this was an inside joke, if this was some sort of understanding that the two of you had, why did he say, I can't be talking about this on a recorded line?" Even though months prior, when you said it, he was telling you to pat that shit and keep it warm for him. So you mean to tell me a pussy that don't work, he wanted some of?
It's
That
not the
don't make
pussy that
sense.
okay, so first of all, the pussy is not broken.
You just told us it was broken.
I didn't say that, you goofy. I said I can't have it. It's not because of
Huh?
that situation. It's I'm not gonna go into my medical situation, but the pussy is not the issue. Okay.
It's the
So
issue if you can't have
I'm
nothing
not
up in it.
speaking on it. It ain't nobody's business,
You can
but
go.
I haven't had and cannot since the surgery.
Well,
Okay.
let's say you
And it
ain't had
ain't and
no
one
sex.
listen, no, I'm not breaking my life
Okay,
down.
fine. Let's say you have no sex, ain't never had sex. The fact that you have invested as much of your time and
It
energy
don't matter. He was
into this
separated.
dude,
So I don't care. I
into
don't
this
give a
dude's
fuck. I
personal
don't give a
business,
fuck.
and try to X his wife out in the
Listen. I don't
and try
care.
to X his wife out of the whole process,
I don't
that's
care. I
giving
didn't
side
listen.
chick energy
Oh,
all
I
day.
this girl,
They
listen.
also said that Sydney's dad and or um Tomas's dad were also married or in a relationship when you got with them. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
No,
That's
that's not true.
that's what has been said.
Well, a
Um
lot of things have been said.
okay. So that's not true at all.
No, that's
Neither
not
one
true
of
at
them.
all. Huh?
Okay. Okay.
One, I'm not gonna break down my life to nobody. It's nobody's business. So I'm not gonna even break it down to
Well,
what the
you can ask
specifics
me,
of any of that?
and my answer is going to be hell no. That is
No,
not
I'm not.
enough.
I'm not. I'm
That
not going. I'm
never
not going.
happened. It would
I'm
never
not
happen
going to.
with me.
I'm going to say
So you
no
can
to
ask me all
everything.
day.
That's
Mhm.
fine. That's you though. That's you, honey. And no one's asking you anything. And it's shocking that they're even asking me anything. And it's weird that grown people want to know what other people are doing that they don't even know. That's just so weird to me. And I guess that's the days we're in, that social media feels like, or people feel like social media means get in everybody's business, whether they want you in it or not. And I don't know you, but ooh, who are you doing? And how many times did you and him do it? And what does his dick look like? Like that is so. But that's some
But you
questions that
asked,
that's
you
questions
asked
that
us,
Yvette,
what is
who
it that
never
person?
asked me, my best friend ain't never even asked me no stupid shit like that.
You,
So it's weird
well,
for
she might know
strangers
how you get
to
down. She
ask
might ain't
me,
got to ask. She know
listen,
how you get down. She know how you
no,
move.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
how
no,
you move,
no,
other than
no.
what
So
I
why do you
see.
even care? Why do y'all even care?
Because you asked me
No,
what,
why do
why?
you
No,
care
you asked me how
about
to
his
define. You
penis?
asked
Why
you.
do you care
Oh
about
my God,
this
this
man's
is
penis? I want to
ridiculous.
know that because I ain't
You
never want to know about nobody's penis. Why do you care
you
about his penis?
asked me how do you define a side chick, and I was
No, no, no. You was
giving you
talking
the
about his
description.
penis. You asked me what does it look like, and somebody said it was small. Why do you care about
Yeah,
his
because I
dick?
want to know if you saw it and if what the person told me is true.
But why? Why do you want to know that?
Well,
Do you want
because
to fuck him if he get
it's
out?
verifiable.
No, no, no. Do you want
It's
to fuck him when he get
verifiable, and
out?
oh no, I could never, would never even get wet for
I mean,
that
I
nigga.
don't know because sometimes when people talk so much about a person, they
Well,
find
he does
themselves
have,
they
he has
find
sex
themselves
crimes.
crushing and liking and you know what I'm saying? Do you have a fantasy about the man?
No, but his crimes are sexual in nature.
That don't mean anything. I mean, there are accusations
Speaking
at
of
this
which,
point.
speaking of which, the CP stuff, you have often made comments about that laptop and the fact that it was purchased at a pawn shop and all of that good stuff. And that somehow that means that whatever was found on it could not be his. Now, you do realize that in the same way that they do forensics and they can check when something's been downloaded and all of those things,
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm
they
asking
would
for.
never file
IP
charges
address,
against
dates,
him.
and downloads. Right, but
And,
it was never put on the warrant. You know what dates was
but
put on
that
the warrant?
doesn't mean that they
The
didn't.
dates, the dates that he was in jail. They put those as the dates of the download. Now,
What's
why would
Hoover
you
say?
do that
What's
why would
Hoover
you
say
do
about it?
that when you have other cases that I've looked up in the same county with the same charges? Theirs look a lot different. So why would you put this under his? And then I see a white dude with 26 CPs and his shit is broken down to the dates, the downloads, the IPs. But Nesto doesn't. The white boy with the 24 CPs, whose case is open today, has $100,000 bond. Nesto has an $800,000 bond on 4 pictures. How does that make sense?
What does
And he
Hoover
has
say about it?
no prior. He has
What?
no sexual priors, but he's got an $800,000
Well, because
bond
he's
on
a
4
habitual
pictures.
criminal, though.
No, don't matter.
No, it
This
does matter.
other guy has done way worse. He's got 14-year-old victims.
My question to you is,
He's got way worse going on right now. He's got a 36 count
my question to
indictment
you is,
with
what's Hoover say?
children on top of the CPs.
What's Hoover
He
say?
got where he's taken children and done things to children, but he's got a
What's
hundred
Hoover saying
thousand
about it?
dollar bond on the whole case,
What's Hoover
on
saying?
all the charges.
What's Hoover think?
I'm not talking about what his lawyers say.
Because I don't think his lawyer gives that much of a damn. Do you really think that he's really going to go to trial? Because I don't. I
I
don't.
don't know what. I mean, I feel like he is going to trial. I don't know where you get, where you get your information from, of course.
No, no, no,
But
no. This is me.
maybe
This
somebody
is me
from,
just giving
somebody's
my
camp
opinion
called
at
and
this
told
point.
you.
No, no, no,
I,
no.
I,
I didn't say somebody called and told me anything. I'm saying this is my opinion. I would find it very hard to believe that Nesto would want to go to trial. Now, look, let's be clear. I want him to go to trial because everything gonna
oh,
come out in
yeah,
trial.
that's
Oh, I
what you
want it
want.
all. I want
Yeah.
all of it. But
Mhm.
but I don't think that Nesto really wants that kind of smoke because that means everything's gonna come out, and then we're gonna hear all about how his daughter says that he raped her multiple times,
That's fine. That's fine.
and she's not even the person. Let me ask you this real quick: why did he feel? See,
I
but
don't know. I
long
can't speak for him.
no, no. Well, I want to know what you think.
But I
'Cause you
can't
tell
speak
us
for him.
everything
Don't
else. No,
don't
no, no.
don't
You tell us
ask me
everything
about
else.
what he feels because I can't speak for him.
Well, okay, fine. What do you think? Why do you think it is that when he learned about the grape charge, okay, the R word charge, when he learned about that, why is it that immediately he went into action and wanted you to coordinate efforts with Dion and Dre and the daughter, whoever else it was? Why do you think it is that immediately he heard about an R charge, but then he immediately went looking for a video that he did pertaining to his own daughter? Why do you think that is?
Because that video says a lot
About what?
about the situation.
What situation? Because she's not the one who charged him. So make that make sense.
Because the
Why would he?
accusations, listen, the
Because what?
accusation was made out loud. Remember, there's a police report from
Yeah.
2017 when this happened. So in his mind, when he heard that, and we didn't know where it was coming from, he immediately went to that situation because that was the only situation that he knew of that somebody accused him of that. Do you understand? Not saying I did it, but that was an out loud accusation.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't like it was an unknown accusation. She made a
So,
police report. There's a video specifically where I'm not going to talk about it. I seen it, but there's
right.
a
I know you
video.
saw it, and I was going to ask you. She had a mental breakdown in the video. Got it. My question, though, to you is, in
She has
hindsight,
a mental illness and she's supposed to be on meds. Okay.
if your father had fucked you, do you think you might need to be on meds too?
I don't know that he fucked her.
I'm asking, if your father had fucked you, do you think that would be a good reason to get on medication and to have mental health issues? Because I think for most it would be.
For most people, yes, it would be that.
I
Yes,
would
because
agree.
that's a
I would
lot
agree.
for a person.
So my thing is this: it's
But he
interesting
said
that
he didn't do it, and
uh-huh,
several people said that he didn't do it. And
uh-huh,
I would say this to that, and this is my thing: if
mhm,
somebody is accused of rape
uh-huh,
out loud,
uh-huh,
and everybody hears about it,
mm-hmm,
but nobody goes away or makes any move to disown you or say, "Man, I can't fuck with you no more, man. I heard what happened," and da 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 da, because they
it looks
believe
like
it.
people have distanced
Or they believe,
themselves
and I
and
know
won't
you're gonna
fuck
come
with
with some
him.
bullshit counter, but like I said,
Yeah,
if I was out, if I
you're
was out here
answering my
doing some,
question.
listen, if I did something
Nobody
hideous like
fucked with
that,
him
if
but
somebody
you.
did something hideous, why would one Shirley stay,
She didn't.
still have his daughter around, the son stay, the other daughters are around,
Well,
the
wait,
best friend is
let's
still
go
around.
back. Let's go back.
If everybody
Her daughter
heard
ain't
this,
around. Her
if
daughter did not want
everybody
to be
heard
around.
this,
Her
and they
daughter,
know him, you
her
don't know him, right?
her
These people
daughter
know
did
him.
not stay around and did not want
No.
to be around, and
Who?
also accused him of trying her in the same way.
Well, I
Okay,
don't know. I don't know that to be true because
allegedly.
there's videos of him and her when she's cutting his hair.
Yeah,
She's learning how to be a barber.
beforehand,
She's driving him around,
beforehand.
and this is after the case. So I'm
After
trying to
what
figure
case?
out if that's the case. If what
After
you
what
say
case?
is true, there's videos
After what
saying
case,
other.
Sonya?
There's videos saying the complete opposite of what you're saying.
Sonya, after what case?
Don't
After
have to
what
be a
case?
case. If there's an accusation and everybody knows about the accusation, you don't need to be in court. It's said. It's said. If
Sonya,
I go
you
around and
said
say,
yourself,
if I run around and say such
that
and
you
such raped me to everybody in our circle, because I'm trying everybody to understand what's going on between me and this person and what he did to me, and nobody budges, nobody does anything.
Sonya,
Everybody's still fucking
everybody
with that
did
person.
budge. They don't fuck with him. That is the point.
Who? Because no,
His
listen, if that was the
other
case,
children,
no.
his
Who?
wives, his siblings, and
No,
any friends,
no,
his
no,
ex-employees,
no. Okay,
nobody
so
fucks with him.
no. Well, see what you no. See, all that's a
Nobody
lie.
fucks with
Because
him but
no,
you.
all that's a lie. You know what? You know why? All that's a lie. Because I
Why?
read all his DMs and I see all his DMs, and it's after that.
Where
After
are
that.
the friends, these DM'd people?
All of that is after that. And
Who?
all of these people are still talking to
They're,
him. They're even talking about, I feel bad for you, what you're going through, man. Let me know if you need anything. About this going on right
girl, I
now.
don't believe that.
About this going on right now. And see, because you're not privy to everything, you're assuming the
I don't
negative.
believe none of it
You're
because none of
assuming,
these
and
people
that's
have come
fine
to
because
see
you're a
him.
negative person. And
No,
this is
you're
what I don't.
negative.
Let me ask you
You're negative.
something. No,
You
I'm
said
not
I don't
negative.
like black women, but you are
That
out
ain't
here
negative.
going
That's
against
true.
black women by
No, no, no.
standing
That's
up
not
for this
negative.
nigga.
That's not negative. That's just truthful. Sorry.
No, no,
That's
no,
just
no.
truthful.
You said that if you don't like black women, you wouldn't talk the way you did about black women. You have said nothing but
I don't,
negative
I
things
don't, I
about
don't like,
women
I
in
don't like,
general, but
listen,
black women in
I
particular.
don't like most black women. No, I would honestly say that. I don't.
Exactly.
I don't.
So
I
it's
say
not
that
me
honestly.
who
I ain't gotta
doesn't
lie
like
or
black
hide it.
women. It's you.
I don't like how they move. I don't like how
Who's
they
they?
are.
All black women
Man,
move the
listen,
same.
there is nothing, there is no, listen, we as black women look the worst out of every female race out here. I don't
Based
even
on
care about
what?
the white Karens. Man, if you must not be online to see all the clownish behavior and how they act and the things they do.
Sonya,
And
what
you
you
put
are
that
doing
against
is very
every, you ready?
clownish.
You put that with every race and what every other female race is doing.
Sonya,
We are last. Okay? We
Sonya,
are fucking last.
what
And you
you
can't
are
tell me
saying
we
and
are.
doing with this man is very clown-like. Okay,
That's your
you
opinion,
you
honey.
are
I don't
not
care.
standing for black women when you are
What does
standing
that
next to
listen,
a man who has been
that ain't got
accused of
nothing to
black.
do with black women supporting a friend. That ain't got nothing. That's not a black woman thing,
Okay,
okay?
I'm gonna let you
That's a
finish.
supporting a
I'm gonna let you
that's a
finish.
supporting a friend.
Go
No,
ahead.
I gotta go because I gotta do some hair
Quick
before I
question.
get on the
Quick
road.
question. What was going on with that legal mail you were sending him in jail?
What legal mail I was sending him into?
You know, when you were sending him mail and labeling it as if you were, it was coming from a law firm and you were sending it to him, you were sending him stuff that way, remember?
No, I sent him.
You don't remember?
I did send him legal mail, which was in the very beginning when he was at Fulton County, and it was stuff that he was supposed to sign and send off on his behalf, and he did that, and that was legal mail.
Right, but
It was a blank form that the inmates get, right?
hmm
It's online. So what I did was I typed in his name and the state and his case number and I sent it to him. He was supposed to sign it and
hmm
file it for himself, which he did. He signed it and he mailed it off to the clerk's office, but I prepared it. That is not illegal if that's what you're getting at. I can prepare something and give it to somebody, long as
you
I'm not
can't prepare it if
filing
you're
it
not.
like a law, I didn't file it, honey. All I did
No,
was
no, no, no.
prepare it.
You can't send him legal mail as if you are the firm that is representing him and then
No,
sending
honey.
him
No, it
paperwork
was
like
a
that.
legal document, and they're privy to open it if they wanted to. But again, it was his legal
No, you
document.
know that they don't
He's
typically
and
open the legal mail
that's fine.
because
But
it's legal
that's
mail. And
again,
that's why it was sent like that, right?
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, it was a blank piece of paper for him. He signed it and he filed it. So it was legal.
Well, he
And
can't file
if you
shit.
wanna say it's not considered to be legal and it shouldn't have went that way, and you can't put it in a and say it's
But he
legal
can't
when
file anything, Sonia, so that's not a true statement.
what is it? What'd you say?
He can't file anything, Sonia. He's locked up in county. So he didn't
So
file
so
anything. You did
so
not send
listen,
him a
listen,
document that was
listen.
a legal document that you
You
prepared
don't
and then
listen.
sent it to
You
him to
don't
sign.
know. I'm
I
glad
do
you
know.
think you do. No, you don't
No,
know.
I do know. I do
Now
know.
he did do that, and they responded back to him and
He
said that
cannot
he had
file.
no. Listen, they responded back to him because he did have a lawyer on file, and they said that he couldn't do it because he had a lawyer on file and that he needs to discuss this with his lawyer. That's what came out of that. It was just
Sonya,
an attempt.
he did not file any paperwork, nor does he have the
Listen,
ability to file any paperwork while he is in county jail.
and
The
that's what
only
they
person that
told
can
him
file, no,
when he did attempt
listen,
to file
listen
it.
to me.
Okay, so I gotta
The
go.
only way that he can file something is through his attorney. Or
That's what,
you,
okay, I just said.
wait, let me finish. Or you can file it, outside and do it, on his behalf, I guess. But the truth of the matter is, he can't file shit. Only his attorney would be able to do that. And if his attorney is able to do it and willing to do it, he wouldn't need you to mail him something. We all know that's not what you sent him. You did not send him anything that was pertaining to his case. You were sending him other shit. And it was through legal mail. And you knew it wouldn't get opened because it was legal mail. Oh, she done left, y'all. She left. She left, y'all. Y'all, she left. Sonya gone, y'all. She left. She hung up on me again, y'all. You think she coming back? You think she gone? Oh, my goodness. Oh, she mad. She gone, y'all. She left. She left me, y'all. She gone. Should I call her? Let me call her. Let me see if she mad at me. Let's see if she mad, child. Let me call her. There she go. Let's see. She mad. Ooh, she gone, y'all.
I gotta go.
You done hung up on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta go, because I'm running late.
Okay.
It's 10:30.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming on, though. Okay, y'all. She gone. Y'all, she mad. Y'all think she mad at me? I wasn't blocked. I just called her. I ain't blocked y'all. Oh, y'all, she gone. She gone, y'all. She said it was late, y'all. She said it was getting too late, y'all. She gone. She gone, y'all. She left me. 80% Simos, I don't know how you do it. I swear we was going to talk about all kinds of things, but it ended up being all Nesto from the riff. Ooh, ooh, oh my God. Jet Black Straight said, V, only cause it's you, but it was very painful listening to her. I wonder how what's her name feels about this.
She got a big ass body and some last breasts. Do like a gorilla and beat on your chest. Silverback, silverback, silverback. Silverback, silverback, silverback. I'd rather creep with you, ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'd rather sleep with you, ooh, ooh. I'd rather creep with you, ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'd rather sleep with you, ooh, ooh. That's my hoe, and she left her baby daddy in the past. You up first, but I'm about to be her last. Pillow talking and she say your dick trash. She loving how this puppy eat her ass. She ain't up.
I mean, I just wonder how she feel about that shit. Yeah, Miss Lady, talking about Miss Lady said the nerve to say others are negative. That part. How about when she asked me if I like black women? Huh? You asked me if I like black women? No. I love black women. And I love me. I'm a black woman. I love me. I love black women. I love my mama. I love my aunties. I love my grandmamas. I love the women in my neighborhood, at my church. I love the black women I don't even know. But baby, do I like black women? No. Do you? Do you like black women? That's the question. The question is, does she like black women? Jesus. Golly. She also said she didn't like the picture on the thumbnail. She said that picture has me looking weird or whatever she said. And I said, well, it's AI. I was like, it doesn't look exactly like anybody. She's like, well, yours looks more like you than me. Da, da, da. And that jacket, that coat, that's not what my coat looked like. That looks like a version of something. Girl, it's AI. Okay. We know you had on a short jacket, but AI thought it was long. It likes to make assumptions. Okay. I was telling her, relax. Y'all, you think that the legal mail got her? You think that's what did it? Do you think the legal mail got her? Sonya, regardless of what was in said legal mail envelope, you wasn't supposed to send it. This idea that you sent him a blank piece of paper, a blank piece of paper. Well, she says she prepared it. So you put together a document, you prepared it for him, and it was a legal document. I'm doing air quotes. And since it was a legal document, you feel like because it's a legal document, then that means you can send legal mail. I don't think that's how that go. I don't think that that's what Will Wooten would go for. I just y'all think he thinks that that's legal mail and legally allowed? Because I got a feeling I just don't think that that's how that go. I don't. Hold on one second, y'all. See, he don't, okay, I'm back. She don't understand that we pays attention around here, honey. She said, we nosy, we be investigating. She didn't like that I was asking about his little dick. Now, what did y'all think about that comment when she said that she said a pussy don't work, but then she came back and said it do work. She said she can't have sex, but her pussy ain't broke. Well, which is it? I'm trying to understand. And let me look this up. Because what do you call that, short bowel? Because she said that 2/3 of her intestines has been removed. Let's see. Short bowel syndrome. Okay. And sex. Let's see. Is this the thing? Let's see. Okay, it says short bowel syndrome is a rare malabsorption disorder caused by a lack of functional small intestine. The primary symptom is diarrhea, which can result in dehydration, malnutrition, and weight loss. Other symptoms may include bloating, heartburn, feeling tired, lactose intolerant, and foul-smelling stool. Complications can include anemia and kidney stones. But let me see, can you have sex? Oh, sexual dysfunction. Hold on. All right. In women. Okay, let's see. what it has said. Let's see. Sexual dysfunction worsens both. Okay, wait. Okay, let me open up this. All right. So this says, because I need to understand. This says these findings show that sexual dysfunction worsens both general and specific of women with IBS. The consideration of sexual dysfunction in patients with IBS will allow us to, when this doesn't tell me shit. Where are the nurses in the house? Where are the nurses in the house? I need to understand. Y'all, she said that her coochie was broke. And I saw you, Black But Not Bitter, said earlier, Black But Not Bitter said, did she get shot in the coochie? I didn't know she got shot in a kitty cat. I saw what you when you said that shit earlier. Oh God, P, don't fail me now. Look, here's my thing. Like, if that were the case, if that were really the case, then why would she be talking so much shit about when you get out, you gonna give me some? And why she always, curling her tongue in the side of her cheek and whatnot? Y'all, she ain't gonna never come on here no more because I don't think she liked that. She didn't care about anything else I said until I got down to that damn legal mail. That's when she had to go. That's when she had to go, child. She had to go down. He gave her some nasty disease. Do you think so? Do you really think that? I don't know. Okay, so let me look at I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all was saying stuff over here. Let me get back over here to y'all's super chats. Sassy Experience. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ask Sonya, why are so many people accusing him? Nesto is nobody important, so why would over 20 people lie on a broke Dumbo? I don't know. And look, I have said this before to her, so she ain't gonna say nothing. First of all, I think it's a tactic. The reason why she talks so much is because she doesn't want you to get any questions in. And I always try to get them in there anyway. She don't like that. Okay. But thank you, girl, for that super chat. Victoria is blessed, said lies. You asked him if you were going to get some in 2 weeks. Yes, that's exactly what she asked. And she was bopping up and down in that chair. She was bopping up and down. And she said it was a joke between them. Yeah, okay. Victoria's blessed said, what does da mean? Me and Fedora, I don't know if Fedora is still in the chat. Me and Fedora were talking a couple weeks back. And even I was like, and then this happened, and then and I went on, and she was like, how do y'all do that? I can't do that. So I get it. Anyway, thank you, Victoria's Blessed. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, CW, thank you for the super chat. Why was she constantly begging for clarity? That part. She's going to claim that all of that was at the beginning of their relationship. That's what she's going to do. She's going to do that constantly. But anyway, thank you, CW. Hey, 504, thank you. Was trying to take her stepmother's house fair. Was she the animal in the pictures? 504 is bad. She is bad. Thank you, 504, for the super chat. Okay. All right. And Bell Tower is my home. Hi. Thank you for the super chat. So that's why she uses her lip instead. Shut up. Well, and I was trying to find the best way to ask her why she was always making these those gestures where she was using her tongue and rolling it around in her cheek and shit like that. I've always I wanted to ask her. I was going to ask her about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a great question to ask, but that's why I said, so are you of the belief that, if you're not using a dick, then you're not having sex? Because she admitted to him using the fucking toys on her, right? So maybe she thinks using her mouth also is not having sex. To me, that's having sex, you know? And I didn't know that her coochie was broke. I didn't know this. And I feel bad for her if that is the case. But for whatever reason, I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I just don't. Cause I don't know why that man was over there fiddling with them titties and telling her to pat that cooch and to keep it warm and all of that shit. I don't know why he was saying all of those things if in fact he knew you couldn't use that thing. Huh? Does that make sense? Why would he say those things to her if he knew the thing didn't work? See, I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say, Livy J? She has low self-esteem and behaves like a teenage young adult, like around the age she was shot and injured. She's stuck there too. Well, and here's the thing about it. Trauma, when it happens, you are stuck right where it happened. It takes a lot of work for many to be able to come out of that. But yeah, she at one point she got real mad, didn't she? Didn't it sound like she got mad? I want to let her get it out, child. Ooh, but she was done with me. She might not never talk to me again. Ooh, do you think this has ruined our relationship? Oh my God. Do y'all think that ruined our relationship? Miss Lady said, I don't believe her. Wasn't it proven on another CC's channel that she slept with someone else? Look, I didn't hear it, but other people told me. And that's why I asked her if, in fact, are we talking about, let me make sure I know that if you're talking about what I'm talking about, Miss Lady, are you talking about when it came out that allegedly her kids' fathers were married or something like that? Is that what you're talking about? And I feel like some of that's true by the way in which she answered. I think she was caught off guard that I would even ask her that, because I don't think she realized that had been stated somewhere before. Bo Ho Ho Bo said, V, that was like some of the debates that I used to have with my smooth talking son when he was 10, not 10, Jesus. Okay, so Miss Lay, you are talking about that. So when I asked her, she claimed that's not true. And then she went straight into, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing, it's none of y'all's business, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. Now, mind you, I was looking forward to pulling this up for her. I was ready. I was ready to gonna give her, hold on, give her an opportunity to respond to this. Didn't y'all like my stage for today? Wasn't it good? We was debating. We was gonna be debating hot topics. Jesus. But this is what I wanted to ask her about.
Everybody's like, everybody I done been around like they trying to destroy everything, demolish everything. And it's the people too. So, oh man, I bet them folks happy with that to hear that story. You got to say,
Oh, they want to know about you guys. How did she get shot? All of these comments. When did she get shot? How did she get shot? They want to know about the shooting.
Here now, she about to say the thing that she claimed when I was asking her about how did she meet Nesto, and was it at a truck stop? Was it on the online dating? Was what was the thing? What was it? And she said, no, we met the way I said. I said, then why did you say this to Nesto like this?
All of that. They're going to be like, how did y'all meet? So I got that.
Who does that? Who does that? Who, if they ask how y'all met, who does this? It's very telling.
oh man, I bet them folks happy with that to hear that story. You got to say,
Oh, they want to know about you guys. How did she get shot? All of these comments. When did she get shot? How did she get shot? They want to know about the shooting. All of that. They're going to be like, how did y'all meet? So I got that.
okay, you got me.
Huh? How did y'all meet? You got that? You got that story? Uh-huh. Yeah, the whole high five of it all. It's the whole high five of it all, baby. A damn mess. Yeah. Y'all, what do y'all think about tonight's show? Huh? What y'all think? Did y'all get anything out of it? Now, I'm not saying we would have learned shit. I'm just asking, was it entertaining at least, Jesus? Was it at least a little bit entertaining? Baby. But baby, I didn't know that that the short bowel syndrome will give you bad cooch. I didn't know that. And I did feel bad there for 2 seconds. I did feel bad for 2 seconds there because it really did sound like for a minute there her coochie was broke. In the words of Black but Not Bitter, did she get shot in her coochie? That's what Black but Not Bitter said that. Yeah. She got my pressure up. All of that hollering and talking over her. Child, you can't even get a word in with her. And see, here's the thing. The difference between me is Sylvia's ass just let Sonya just go on and on, and she just be as meek and mild mannered. Now, I still let her get her shit off. Don't get me wrong. She still was a guest on my program. But, baby, I'm going to say what I want to say, too, now. I'm going to go get it in. And you ain't going to just piss all over my damn head and tell me it's raining. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. I ain't going for it. What you said, she acted exactly the way you suspected? Yeah, true that. Yeah. But she did get angry. Ale said she had an interesting defense mode on lock tonight. Yeah, she got a little upset. She did get straight down mad. It is Helen. Hi. I came in really late and she got on my nerves, child. I hear you, baby. I hear you. All right, well, Good Judy says she got a headache, child. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go on, child. Let me go in here and try to throw something together. Hopefully I ain't got to cook tonight. Maybe I'll just cook tomorrow. Hopefully my son figure out something in there. Thank y'all for being here on tonight. Thank you for everyone who super chatted, those who gifted memberships, those who became members once again. I love y'all so damn much. Thank you so freaking much. Thank you to each and every one of y'all who came over here and just hit that damn like button. Okay? Do that. I want to thank you for that. I appreciate it. God knows I do. Okay? So I will see y'all tomorrow. I will be back with more ish. I think I might even come in tomorrow with either, I think it's going to be Cheyenne Bryant. Okay. There was an interview that I saw that I wouldn't mind doing a reaction to. But we'll be back tomorrow nonetheless, okay? During the day, probably early. All right, I think. I'm going to try. Well, see, again, y'all have to understand, during the day, that's all relative for me. Like, this live for me started at 5 p.m., okay? For many of y'all, it's damn near 11 o'clock, okay? So that ain't really my story. But just know tomorrow, when I say during the day, I do mean like early afternoon, possibly my time, which still might be early evening for y'all. Okay. And if not, then it will probably be closer to 9:30 in the evening, y'all's time. Okay. All right. So with that said, I'm going to get the hell on out of here. I thank y'all for being here. Please hit that like on the way out if you didn't on the way in, and hype your girl up. Hype your girl up. That's the least you could do is hype your girl. Hype your girl. Oh, wait, hold on. Keisha Love. Thank you so much for this thank you so much for the Cash App. Okay. Prima Wanda. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all so damn much, okay? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I love y'all to pieces, and ain't nothing, not a damn thing you can do about it. Mwah! Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. Smooches.
VLenore.